Alright guys, radio check, radio check. Can you guys hear me? Just want to confirm that my mic's working fine. And then we will start the commentary very, very soon. 20 minutes and we will be underway for the race in the Hungaroring. 70 laps of pure racing. Damp conditions on track right now. The track will dry up very, very soon with all the cars flying around at 100, like the tires being 100 degrees. The track's going to dry up very, very soon indeed. Track temperature currently is around 39 degrees, so it won't be long before we do get other people, uh, before we do get complete dry conditions. The weather forecast does say rain, but we'll only wait and see about what actually happens with the weather. It's raining. Mick came first. Hello, hello, Just Storms, MLTV, Nemesis Music, and Mark Hendricks. Um, yeah, welcome to the stream, guys, and we have a very exciting race today, um, with Max Verstappen starting the soft tires. It's going to be very interesting to see how they will like progress throughout the day, and how Max will use the strategy advantage or disadvantage that he has starting on the soft tires to try and get ahead of the Mercedes. Good evening from the Philippines. Hello, Jacob. There's a 100% chance of rain. Just Storm's weather. All right. Well, I have this really good weather website, in fact, called, I think it's called windy.com. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm just going to have a look at it, because it shows, what it does. It shows like patches of rain. So I'm just going to look up Hungaroring. I'm doing this on my other laptop, so that's why. Yeah, Hungaroring. Right, here we go. So I will check the weather for you guys. It's live on TV and it's raining. Okay. Um, well, rain or thunder. Um, it says there's currently no rain, but on TV it looks like there's a few raindrops. I will keep you updated on what the like the race condition is. Um, and yeah, by the looks of it now, the wind is blowing away all of the rain clouds because it rained overnight. So overnight raining, so the track is still wet, but it's not raining now. So it looks like the drivers will be on dries for now. But there are thunderclouds, only about uh, like 10 or 5 kilometers away. I think I can't exactly. I don't know what the scale is on this, but um, yeah. Right, wait, where's the chat gone? Oh, the chat is here. Okay. Damp or a wet race would be very good. And yeah, for sure. I mean, seeing, especially at Hungary, it's so technical. Anyone who succeeds in the wet conditions at Hungary can succeed in the wet anywhere because this circuit is so narrow, so technical. Anyone that can do good here can do anywhere else. So yeah, hello Rickus, nice to see that you're back. You have feelings for a wet race. Well, I think all of you guys should do the rain dance. Um, I don't even know what the rain dance is, but I've heard of it. So yeah, I think everyone should do the rain dance now, so we can get some rain. The drivers are walking around with umbrellas. Some of the drivers, maybe they're just trying to tease us with the fact that it's gonna rain. We're not sure just yet. And yeah, umbrellas are normally for the heat they had until, yeah. I mean, the temperature at Budapest now is 27 degrees. It does say wet on our data. Our data says it's wet, but we'll see. Again and again, a ham bot ver. Are you a little late? No, I mean 15 minutes till the race start. I'm gonna run you guys through the strategies that the teams would, that they're gonna pick today. Um, Yes, so I will let you know what the strategies are because Max Verstappen on the soft tyres will probably have a disadvantage in the long run compared to Max Verstappen and Valtteri Bottas. I mean, compared to Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas because those guys are on the mediums and they'll be able to pull out their first stint. But Max Verstappen will have the advantage over the line because considering its damp conditions, the extra grip the softs provide will be very helpful for Max's cause, to try and like get some extra grip off the line and maybe overtake Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas into turn one, which would be very very cool indeed. I am looking at the TV feed right now. All of the drivers are with umbrellas. It's not for the heat by the looks of it, but it does not look like it's raining very heavily. Um, I can see one drop on the on the camera, but that's about it. So, yeah, good day to everyone, all of you F1 fans that have tuned in. How many of you got tuned in? 128. All of you guys, thank you for tuning in. Make sure to hit the like button so we can get even more people coming. And yeah, we will be underway in 15 minutes time now. 15 minutes and 30 seconds. Well, 14 minutes and 30 seconds. But yeah, we will be underway very, very soon. And I will let you know on the strategy. I'm just trying to find it. Mm. Right, never mind. There's rain on the umbrellas. Thanks to the race info watching from California. Wow. Cool. I guess we're all we've got people from the Philippines, California, from everywhere. Very cool indeed. All right, so I'm gonna let you guys know what the race strategies are. They're currently doing the Hungarian national anthem, and yeah, so that's what's going on there. Okay, so the race strategies are. You can start the race on the medium tires, go to lap number 28, and then go on to the hard tires till the end of the race. Or you can go, if you're starting on the soft tires, you start on the softs and then go on to hards and then go on to mediums. Or it will be soft and to hard. So those are three possible strategies for today's race. It could be a two stopper, it could be a or a one stopper really. So those are the only two options, unless it rains, guys. And if it does rain, then it will be very very exciting indeed. I can see France. Oh, I think Jean Todd, or I think that's what his name is. Mr. Todd, or one of the FIA officials. I can see that he's got rain all over his shirt. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna put in the title that it's raining because by the looks of it, it is. Um, but welcome along to the Hungarian Grand Prix, and we will be underway in now 12 minutes' time. Yes, it's raining, guys. It's raining. It's raining. Yes, let's go. Let's go. It's raining. It's pouring. Oh my god, it's raining. It's raining. It's raining. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry, but it's raining and I can see the rain and it's coming down and it's heavy and it's like, oh my god, it's raining, guys. Can everyone please hit the like button? We need to hype up this stream. This needs to be the best stream in the history of the channel, guys. So everyone hit the like button. We're going to get as many people, but it is raining. I can confirm. So Max Verstappen is going to have one massive advantage over on the restart because, guys, he's on the soft, Lewis Hamilton's on the mediums. It's going to be difficult because Lewis Hamilton will have much less tyre temperature and it's going to be so much better. So, yeah, it's raining, it's pouring, Kimmy is snoring. Wow. Yeah. But it is raining, so can we? Yeah, so it's just amazing. Yeah, I get it, because Kimmy's the old man, I guess. But yeah, all of the teams have been given into tires, and yeah, we will be underway very very soon indeed. Now I can't wait for this race to start. 12 minutes, 11 minutes now, and all the drivers will be on the formation lap, and it's raining. Let's go! It is raining, guys. I need to put this in like on the stream somewhere, like in massive text. Right, let me just change this. Um, let's see. Oh no, I need to change the low chance of rain to it's raining now. Let's see. Come on. Here we go. Okay. All right. I'm hyped for this race. Yeah, it's looking good, guys. The FIA weather forecast finally right. It is. We do finally get rain. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this race, guys, because rain at Hungary is always good, and it's this is just going to make it even better. Um, Here we go. And let's make this font massive. There we go. Alright, so I think this is fine now. If we can just... I think that's good enough. It's raining. Um, yeah. Alright. So I'll stop talking about the rain because I think everyone knows that it's raining, especially since I put it in massive text. But here we go. Vettel, so rain will well, we'll see. It is raining, and yeah, now you're already sad that your shift's changed. Yeah, what a race to miss. Unfortunately, I mean that's just how sometimes life is. Rather unfortunate. But we will be underway very, very soon. Also, guys, has my mic fixed itself? Yesterday it was bugging out a bit, and you guys saying it was glitching. So I tried to fix it, and I hope it has. So just let me know if it's fixed it. Um, and if we could hit the like button, get to 100 likes before the race even starts, that'd be very, very cool indeed. Um, but with these rain conditions, um, it looks like it will be very interesting indeed. Game of Fabsticking, can you not ban Just Storms? Just Storms is, if you can unban him or something, then try to do that. Because, yeah, he was alright. It's just typing in chat a bit. Alright, Mike is good today, mate. Alright, good. Well, yeah, here we go then. 9 minutes. Drivers will be on the grid very, very soon. And finally, some rain is going to be a very epic race. Oh, I could play some dramatic music. Because why not? If we see maybe Lewis Hamilton chasing down Max Verstappen for like the lead of the race towards the end or something, I will play some dramatic music because it's just totally necessary. Yeah, rain brings out the best in drivers. Max Verstappen is Max Verstappen is driving very, very well indeed. In the rain, he's so good. Like in 2016 in Brazil, I think it was. He was just flying in the rain, and oh my god, the clouds in Hungary. Guys, if I'm going to describe this to you, the entirety of the sky is completely grey. Um, Completely grey. So we're going to get a lot of rain, and if it doesn't stop, I hope it doesn't stop. And yeah, I can't play the F1 music because I would get banned. Um, but I would play some dramatic music instead. So yeah, Max should be unstoppable, but we'll wait and see. Um, I want to stay up, but I'll be a zombie. Lol. Yeah. Um, just now, literally 6 minutes. Oh no, 7 minutes, and the drivers will be onto the grid. Perfect timing. Yeah. All right, guys. So I will get you guys some team radio as well, just to confirm, because there'll be quite a few teams coming over the radio saying we've got rain, we've got rain. So I will get team radios out and ready. The drivers are getting now onto the formation lap. So yeah. Right, yeah, this is going to be epic. Danny Rick on the podium. Maybe Danny Rick can finally come into his own because he's a very skillful driver indeed. Maybe he'll be able to do it. Come out that rut he's had at McLaren. Lewis is damn good in the rain. Mercedes lack downforce could hurt him. Maybe that is true. All right, we have some team radio from Antonio Giovinazzi. We'll see what they have to say.
This intensity of rain will remain, though we have could have some isolated heavier rain cells. But basically for the next half an hour it should be this intensity.
Guys, Alfa Romeo have confirmed it's 30 minutes of solid rain. And the race is going to be around about an hour and a half. So at least one third of the race will be in rain. Yeah. And the race is starting now in 5 minutes' time. So drivers on the formation lap very, very soon. And yeah. Rain cells, I'm not sure exactly what they mean, but I think what they mean is on a certain bit of the track it might be raining a bit harder than other sections, but for the majority of the track it'll be raining for 30 minutes. Right, yeah, I think I'm going to end this poll. So we know that quite a few people want to come on and watch the stream. I'm going to end this and say who's going to win the race because, yeah. Because, so I'm going to put Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton. Who else do we want to put in the poll to win the race? Who is going to win the race? Who is going to win? We want Hamilton. Oh, Perez is quite good in the rain, in fact, yeah. Hamilton, Verstappen. Perez, and let's put Norris. Oh no, should we put Seb? Let's put Seb because I'm a Seb Vettel fan. Yeah, here we go. All right. So here we go then. We're only 3 likes away from 100 likes, so if we could hit 100 likes, that'd be very cool indeed. And I'll start the commentary in 5 minutes now. 5 minutes, and the race will be underway. So, yeah, Max Verstappen is the only driver at the top. Is the only driver at the top four who's starting on soft tires, if they even decide to start on soft tires. Otherwise, they might go on mediums, or otherwise they might go on intermediates. So if it's still raining, currently I'm just seeing the little build up to the race, so I can't see the track conditions just yet. But yeah, I'm gonna recheck my weather app and see if it's raining in the Hungaroring right now. It does say it's raining in the Hungaroring right now, and it also, guys, there is thunderclouds literally everywhere around the Hungaroring. In a few minutes' time, the whole thunderclouds were just taken over. So, well, this is going to be one hell of an exciting race. So strap yourselves in, get some popcorn, and we will be ready very, very soon. Game of Fabersham King, don't ban just Storms. He just typed in caps because he was excited. So don't go banning everyone because the race is in the rain, right? So everyone's going to be excited. It is raining. All of the drivers have their tents above their cars because that's what they usually have when it's raining. And the drivers may start on the inters. Some drivers may gamble and go into pit on the formation lap to try and go onto the inters. But this is what we've got to do. Find out what the weather's like. We've got a tweet from Williams Racing. What's it going to be, slicks or wets? Williams may be deciding now. The risk of rain is 100% risk of rain. Oh my god. And yeah, here we go then. 50% of you guys thinks Max Verstappen's going to win, 33% Hamilton, 4% Perez, and 13% Vettel. Well, who knows? Maybe eat some coffee and use some matchsticks for my eyes. Video is very blurry. Any chance you can clean it up? I think if you turn the quality up to max, then yeah, that will probably fix it. I'm streaming at 1080p, so yeah. But here we go, guys. We are at Budapest now. The flags are flying, the wind is strong, the drivers are on the grid, and very soon we will be underway. 2 minutes now, 2 minutes till the formation lap, and this has been it. Sainz should be able to get in the points, you're in neutral. Whoever disliked this stream must hate getting free F1 live racing. Alright, so this is a 2.7 mile circuit which is covered in rain, 4.4 kilometers for you other guys. 200 miles going down the straight, 320 kilometers, and there's the best lap record is a 1 minute 16.6 from Lewis Hamilton last year. Turn 1 is going to be very, very spicy indeed at the start of this race. All 20 drivers are going to get right through, and yeah. Going to try and get through without crashing into anyone. Turn 2, the battles will continue on the opening lap. All the drivers will be going side by side, trying to get into each other. Obviously, the next corner, turn 3, it's important to have the inside line for that because whoever has the inside usually gets it. Turn 6 and 7, there's the chicane, which if you hit the inside curb, you are basically have unsettled your car and you're completely out of that lap for that lap being good. The selected tyre compounds are the softs, mediums and hards, which are the C4, C3, C2. And those tyres, well, those are the slicks. We have the wet weather tyres of the wets and the inters, Inters can displace up to 35 litres of water per second going down the straight. Everyone's starting on inters, guys. Do you see this? Everyone is starting on inters. Oh my god. Here we go. Can we get some hype in the chat? I don't even know what to do. We've never done a wet race, I don't think. We had Turkey last year. We have some team radio from Lewis Hamilton, so I'm going to play that. Radio from Lewis Hamilton. Here we go. There we go.
Look, if it stays like this is not inters. What you can see there is drying. It's almost drying as it's coming down. So this is very much on the verge of slicks, I would say.
Okay, so Hamilton is saying the track is drying out quickly. So maybe we're going to get, maybe it's going to start off wet and then it's going to go into slicks. Who knows, really? But this is it. So this is the starting grid. Hamilton and Bottas starting on the front row of the grid. Mercedes 1, 2, then Red Bull 3, 4. We have another team ready from Lewis Hamilton. So I'm gonna pull up his graphic again, and here we go. Listen to Lewis.
I hope the rain does come because I think we should have started slicks.
Right, so he wants the race to start on wet, and Lewis Hamilton himself wants rain to come. I can see the actual raindrops themselves on the car. It's looking good for you guys. Can we stop with the spam, Rugev Tandel? Yeah, we'll just put a little ban for 10 minutes. Yeah. Okay. So we have Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen. These guys are on the formation lap now. You can see the speeds increasing. All of these drivers making sure not to crash on the formation lap. That would be rather embarrassing. And yeah. So tyres, everyone is on the inters. I can confirm everyone's on the inters. And all of the drivers now just shifting through the gears, making sure everything in the car is working properly. And we will be stunned away very, very soon. But yeah, here we go. Time for the formation lap. Formation lap. How wet is it? It's kind of damp. It looks like they may switch to slicks very, very quickly. Some teams may take the gamble and go on to slicks on the formation lap. And yeah, that's what it is. The Iceman is even warming his tyres. Yeah, Kimi is even warming his tyres. No one expected that. All right. So the drivers on their formation lap right now, and we will be underway very, very soon. Yeah, just a matter of seconds now before the race begins. So everyone hit the like button, subscribe so you can type in the chat, and we will be underway very, very soon. We have another team radio from Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton is all over the team radio today. Yep, so Lewis Hamilton confirms it is inters, guys. It is raining, it's inter conditions, and yeah. Alright. So, Stroll's engineer is saying that it will dry out very, very soon. Antonio Giovinazzi's engineer was saying it's going to carry on raining for half an hour. So, who knows what's going to happen. But it's going to be lights out very, very soon. Antonio Giovinazzi comes into the pit lane. Okay, all right. So Giovinazzi's into the pit, so he'll be switching onto the soft tyres to try and get a good advantage over everyone else, which is going to be very interesting. We'll see where Giovinazzi ends up. Lewis already probably saying, my tyres are gone. Bono, we need to pit now. Max Verstappen may risk it, go into the pits one lap earlier and try and get out ahead of the other guys. Who knows? We have to wait and see what will happen now. All right then, so here we go, lights out, and away we go. Hamilton is still holding a very narrow lead over Valtteri Bottas and Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen's all over Valtteri Bottas now. He's past Bottas. Bottas had a horrible start, lost 3 positions. First Hamilton, then Perez, then... oh my god, what a massive crash has happened there. Verstappen and Perez both losing places. Verstappen and Perez crash into each other. Oh my god, what has happened here? Perez lost positions, Verstappen's lost positions, Vettel's in 3rd place, Ocon's in 2nd, Hamilton is in 1st. Oh my god. Sainz has gained 11 places on the race start, so is Yuki Tsunoda, and Nicholas Latifi is up 12 places, Russell's into the points, Kimi Raikkonen's just got into 10th place, but Perez, Gasly, Bottas, Giovinazzi, Stroll, Leclerc all lost so many places. All of them have tangled on the opening lap. Oh my god. Vettel's in 3rd place, guys. He'll be nipping at the heels of Esteban Ocon. Hamilton has run away. It's yellow flag conditions now. Bottas is out. Leclerc's out. Stroll's out. And Danny Rick's right at the back of the field. We have safety car conditions. I will put the safety car graphic up now, but full safety car now. And what an opening lap it has been for these guys. Yeah. Alright, so Lewis Hamilton in the lead with Esteban Ocon in P2, Seb Vettel P3, Carlos Sainz P4, Yuki Tsunoda in P5. Nicholas Latifi and George Russell, both Williams in the points, P6 and P8. Wow. And then Max Verstappen in P9, Kimi Räikkönen in P10, and Sergio Perez P11. Both of those guys tangled. I will let you know what happened right now on the race start scene. So starting the race, Bottas got a horrible start, and then they were gobbled up by Max Verstappen. So going into turn one now, we have and Max Verstappen got hit by Norris. Max Verstappen got hit by Lando Norris, and Sergio Perez got hit by someone else. Valtteri Bottas completely outbraked himself. Absolute shambles at the race start here, guys. It was absolutely crazy indeed. I'm going to try and see if I can get some images up for you of what happened. But so many people have crashed out, and yeah, so I'm just going to... right, let's open a new tab and just drag it over. Alright, I'll get you guys back onto... So here we go. I'll try and find some images of what happened, and let's hope our stream does not get copyrighted, because last week we got copyrighted, but hopefully we don't get copyrighted this week. And yeah, Danny Rick is now in P12, but look at this, Esteban Ocon is in the lead. What has happened here? Perez, Bottas, Leclerc, Stroll all out of the race. Wow. Did anyone expect this, really? Very crazy indeed. Leclerc is just sat there with his head in his hands because he's just out of the race, really. And yeah, it's so unfortunate for him. Alright, so they're going to be recovering the cars very, very soon, and then we will be underway. I will let you guys know what happened. I'll try and get some images up as well of what happened at turn one. Yeah. It's safety car conditions, and Antonio Giovinazzi has gambled to go onto the mediums, but now is back onto the inters. Lando Norris completely outbraked himself. And yeah, so, oh my god, guys, I'm just going to show you an image. This image looks absolutely crazy, right? So once this image loads, I will show you. Yep, it's just loading in now because so many people are viewing it. It's just absolute insanity. This is the scenes at turn one. This is what turn one looked like. It's red flag conditions. They've just red flagged the race. Let me just change that. Yeah, so that's what it is. We have a red flag. So that's what it looks like, guys, at turn one. So this is Max Verstappen, who's been crashed into by Lando Norris. This is Sergio Perez. This is Valtteri Bottas. This is, I think, Pierre Gasly. Here is all of these drivers here. But look at this. This is absolutely crazy. I don't know how long I can show you this, guys, because I might get copyrighted. But absolute chaos at at Hungary there. This is scenes at turn one. Lewis Hamilton's off in the distance. All of the other drivers are here. Yeah. Absolutely crazy indeed. Yeah, I'm gonna watch out for copyright. I think last time I got copyrighted for showing you a video. So this time I'm only showing you like an image. So I don't know if that's gonna help. But Max Verstappen has just come into the pits and some part of his car has just fell off. So it's not looking good for Red Bull whatsoever. The race has been red flagged, and yeah, Sergio Perez is completely out of the race. He doesn't know what to do, and yeah, I told you guys turn one was going to be an absolute mess, and well, here we are. We have a red flag after 4 people crash out at turn one. What is this? Yeah, alright, that's actually a good idea. I'll just send you guys the link to the image. If you guys want to watch it, then you can. Well, look at the image. But Max Verstappen basically nearly lost it under the safety car conditions. We have a red flag, so they will be fixing the car very, very soon. I think I'll be able to post the links into the chat, so I'll just try and post the links now. But also, you guys, if you could hit the like button and subscribe, that would really mean so much to me. It will really help out. Yeah, that would very much help out the channel if you guys could hit the like button. And yeah, I mean, guys, look at this. Nicholas Latifi up in P6, George Russell in P8, 4 drivers out. This is possibly the best chance George Russell has at scoring points here. 4 drivers are out, so that means he doesn't have to beat those 4 drivers, including Perez, Bottas, Leclerc and Stroll, 4 drivers who are basically guaranteed to finish in the points. So George Russell's chances of getting points today is going to be very, very high indeed. Valtteri Bottas is just sat on the track there. He's just like, oh, what can I do? I'm just stuck here. It's red flag conditions. All of the drivers have returned back to the pits. And yeah, Mazepin is still in P14. He hasn't crashed, not yet at least. We'll wait and see what happens there. I'm going to try and post the link into the chat and see what happens. Hopefully it doesn't get like deleted out of the thing. So there we go. And I'm just going to pin that, and then you guys can click on the link. Yeah. Can Perez start the race again? I think Perez's car is permanently damaged. They might be able to fix it, but we don't know yet. Max Verstappen is still... I'm going to end the poll, guys, because we don't exactly need the poll. But the link to the thing is, yeah. Who caused the crash? Well, it was quite a lot of people caused the crash, if we're being honest here. Lando Norris... so as you guys can see, I'm going to show you guys the images. If we get copyrighted, guys, I will start another stream as soon as this stream finishes. So yeah, just stick around and the stream will come up. But I'm going to show you. So what happened here was Lando Norris came ploughing down the middle of turn 1, and then he hit Max Verstappen. And then after hitting Max Verstappen, there was kind of a catapult of everyone who was outside of Max Verstappen all just went out. We have some team radio from Danny Rick, so I'm going to play that. Yeah. All right, here we go.
Yeah, right side, something's definitely broken, but I'll keep you posted. Copy.
Alright, so Danny Rick says something's broken on the right side of his car. Yeah, Twitter content can't get claimed. Okay, alright. Well, I'm resting on you, Aaron. If I get copyrighted, then I guess it's kind of your fault. Right, so here. Okay, so you guys can see it properly now. But that's basically what happened. So I'm going to describe to you what happened. So Lewis Hamilton got a really good race start. Valtteri Bottas lost a load of places. Lando Norris was risking it a lot. Like he was on the, I think he was on the medium tyres. He outbraked himself, locked up. Oh no, Lando Norris got hit by Valtteri Bottas. Valtteri Bottas hit Valtteri Bottas hit Lando Norris. So Valtteri Bottas here hit Lando Norris, and Lando Norris went on to hit Verstappen, and Bottas took out Perez. So this is absolutely crazy. Multi Ninja, you could not have missed this race. I mean, it's a red flag, so you're going to have to stay up even longer, which is really unfortunate. But so Bottas hit Norris, and Norris hit Verstappen, and then Bottas also went and hit Perez, which is absolutely crazy, to be honest. Yeah. And that's what happened. So, very crazy indeed. I'm going to see if I can get you guys some more images of what happened at the race start. Because obviously just one image isn't the best. Lando, by the looks of it, Lando does have damage, but it's red flag condition, so they will be able to repair anything that gets damaged. So there's that. Oh, there is a video, but I can't show you the video, otherwise I'll be taken down. Which is rather unfortunate, to be honest. Yeah, so we've only got that one image, in fact. We've got another one here, but it's just going to show you all of the chaos that happened here. Raikkonen hit Alonso, Leclerc spun out, Norris is the wrong way around, Perez is off the track. So Valtteri Bottas hits Norris, breaks his tyre, Norris hits Verstappen, and Bottas also takes out Perez. Absolutely shocking start from Valtteri Bottas. He outbroke himself, locked up, and then crashed into everyone else, which is really unfortunate indeed. I'll try and find some more images for you guys, and yeah. Thanks Multi Ninja for banning Jeeves. I mean, in yesterday's stream he was also being just spamming random stuff, so yeah. I mean, guys, Seb Vettel, as we said as a joke that he might win the race, Seb Vettel's in P3. Imagine if Hamilton like spins or something. This will be a very, very crazy indeed. Right, I'm going to go back onto the thing and set it onto that one. There we go. So Stroll, what happens to Stroll? He sees everyone just slow down, and then he plows into the side of Leclerc, and Leclerc plows into the side of Perez. So Stroll and Bottas were the two guys that basically had a really big impact to what happened there. So Bottas hit Norris, who hit Verstappen, and Bottas also hit Perez. And yeah, I mean, it's all absolutely crazy what happened there. So Leclerc got pinched by Ricciardo. I mean, Stroll hit Leclerc as well. So this is why I was getting so excited about the rain, guys. This is what rain does. Absolutely like crazy scenes. Leclerc lost it on the curb, hit Ricciardo. Yeah, Ricciardo's the wrong way around, and Leclerc got hit from Stroll. Leclerc's engine cover's completely broken. Ocon's on the podium. Sainz is in P4. Yuki Tsunoda's in P5. Nicholas Latifi's in P6, guys. Can we hold on for a second? Nicholas Latifi in P6. What an absolute... maybe we can get a Seb versus Hamilton. Who knows? If you guys haven't hit the like button, be sure to hit the like button. It's really going to help out the channel. And yeah. I mean, it's going to help out so much. So if we could hit... We've got 2,600 people watching. If we could hit maybe 500 likes... then that'd be very cool, and we'll get even more people watching because of the more likes, of course. I will try and get some more images, guys, of what's going on. But yeah, there haven't been too many released, which I can't show without getting copyrighted, really. So yeah. So Verstappen still has a chance, guys. Verstappen is still in the race. He's in P13, still technically has a chance of winning. Obviously, not had the best of anything, like horrible race start, to be honest. Losing like 7 places. He's talking to the press, I think. Let me just listen to what he's saying to the press. Oh no, he's not saying anything to the press. He's just talking to Helmut Marko. But it looks like the Red Bull mechanics are working as hard as they can to try and fix this car, because if they can fix it, then it's going to help. Well, it's going to help Max to win the race, really, and to challenge Lewis Hamilton. So that's what's happened. I'm going to leave this up for a bit. Hopefully we don't get copyrighted. If we do, then I'm just going to stream to another one. I can't. I've linked it. I pinned it, I think, on the stream. Yeah, I've pinned it. So. That's the image there, guys. Yeah, we're only 6 likes away from 300, so if we could hit 300, that'd be very cool. But guys, Drive to Survive is going to be absolutely crazy after this. 3 laps into the race, and we've had a massive crash, and Danny Rick's out of the race by the looks of it. They might be able to fix the McLaren car. The right rear has been completely destroyed. All of you guys that have subscribed, very much do appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, for subscribing. But I'm going to describe what happened to you guys here. So, if you imagine all of the drivers coming down turn 1, Lewis Hamilton is significantly ahead of everyone else. His car, he's got a really good start and passed here. And then we have Lando Norris, which I think is this car. No, Lando Norris is this car here, right? And he's coming down the inside of... and behind him, behind Lando Norris, is Valtteri Bottas, who's over here, right? Look at how far apart they are. Valtteri Bottas was behind Lando Norris. Valtteri Bottas locks the brakes, hits Lando Norris. Lando Norris then hits Max Verstappen. And because Bottas has still locked his brake and not been able to do anything, he's hit Sergio Perez, which is even worse, really. So Valtteri Bottas takes out Lando Norris, who takes out Max Verstappen, and then Valtteri Bottas continues to go take out Sergio Perez. We have some team radio from Max Verstappen, so I'm going to play that. Here we go.
Hey, what the happened there?
I think one of the McLarens has hit you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So, Valtteri Bottas' car is completely damaged. They're not going to be able to fix that. He just went straight into the tyre barrier. Also, I think Pierre Gasly lost a load of places. Pierre Gasly started P5, now he's in P11. Yuki Tsunoda over here gained 5 positions up into 5th place. And here we see Seb Vettel just minding his own business on the inside alongside Esteban Ocon. And these 2 drivers made it through completely unscathed. And so we have... Esteban Ocon, and then Seb Vettel, and then Yuki Tsunoda. All of these guys now, Esteban Ocon P2, Seb Vettel P3, and Yuki Tsunoda P5. And Sainz also here was right here, so he's also taken the line, avoiding these 3 people crashing. So we have Esteban Ocon, Seb Vettel, Carlos Sainz, and then Yuki Tsunoda coming through. Then Nicholas Latifi and George Russell have made it through without getting damaged as well. Absolutely insane scenes. The red flag, I have no idea how long the red flag's going to last. 4 cars are out of the race. And yeah, Danny Rick, by the looks of it, is out. But Esteban Ocon gains 6 places. Seb Vettel gains 7. Carlos Sainz gains 11. Yuki Tsunoda gains 11. Nicholas Latifi gains 12. Fernando Alonso gains 2. George Russell gains 9. Kimi Raikkonen gains 4. And Mick Schumacher. Guys, Mick Schumacher is in P10. He gained 10 positions as well. Mick Schumacher in P10. This is absolutely insane scenes. We'll wait and see what happens here at the race start. The tyre list, I will bring those up as soon as I can. But, yeah. I mean, the race today has been absolutely crazy. We're already at 3,000 viewers. If we could hit 4,000 viewers, that'd be the record for my channel ever. Which would be very cool if we could hit that. Everyone's on the intermediates here. Oh, Giovinazzi was risking it on the mediums, but then it got too wet, so now everyone's on the inters, and we'll wait and see what happens there. But this is what happened at the race start, and race will restart in approximately 12 minutes time, guys. 12 minutes, and the race will be underway. So that will be we'll say in 10 minutes time the race will restart, and yeah, very unfortunate for Lando Norris. Oh, Lando Norris is retiring the car, guys. That's it. Lando Norris is out of the race. That's what happened. Wait, are we getting copyright striked? I hope we're not getting copyright striked. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can copyright me for an image, right? And it's on the F1 Twitter, so it's technically available to everyone. But yeah, guys, Lando Norris is out of the race. Unfortunately, he's lose his streak of scoring points for 15 races in a row. And yeah, just absolutely unfortunate for Lando Norris. He's out of the race. He's got too much damage to continue. Race will restart. Yeah, race restarting in 12 minutes according to the Haas team. Yeah, I will. If the stream does crash, guys, then I will start another stream just to make sure. I mean, I will start another stream in a matter of like 5 minutes or so. So don't go anywhere else because obviously my commentary is obviously the best. I don't know why anyone else would want to listen to anyone else's commentary. If we could hit 400 likes, that'd be very cool. And also, guys, I was just joking about anyone else wanting to listen to my commentary. So yeah, but Valtteri Bottas gets a bunch of wheel spin off the line, like absolutely loads of wheel spin. And it's just horrible, really, for him. He gets cut off slightly by Lando Norris. In fact, Lando Norris goes slightly aggressive and turns in on him, maybe hits a bit of Valtteri Bottas, unsettles the car a bit, and then going on to what happened after that, he just drives straight into the back of Lando Norris. So I'll see if we can get any more images, guys. Yeah, because obviously that's what we all want. That's what we're here for. We want to see what happened in the race. So this is what happened between Stroll and Leclerc. Stroll, Leclerc, and Ricciardo. So Stroll just drove into Leclerc, and Leclerc just drove into Ricciardo because they all crashed into each other. So that's what happened to Lance Stroll and Charles Leclerc and Danny Rick. So Stroll went on the inside, hit Leclerc. Leclerc's engine cover is completely damaged, and then Danny Rick's right rear is also quite damaged as well. So that's what happened there. Twitter's basically crashing because there are so many people on it. This is going absolutely crazy. Vettel, as you guys know, he's in P3 here, and on the race restart, no, like thinking about it, he will probably overtake Esteban Ocon. And yeah, this isn't a demolition derby. Yeah. This kind of does look like a demolition derby. As you can see, Leclerc's thing is completely damaged, and then Danny Rick is also damaged as well. Yeah, so that's what happened there. But Seb Vettel did a very good job indeed. If I can go to the other image, what Seb Vettel did, stuck to the inside and make sure not to get in anyone's way. Played it safe, really, and playing it safe paid off. He just stuck to the inside, did not get in anyone else's crash incident, and then just navigate his way through very, very safely indeed. And yeah, all right, so oh my god, look at this. So this is an image from the F1 Twitter again. So once it loads, I will show you. Can you load, like, my internet obviously isn't that good because I'm also streaming. If you guys could hit the like button, 400 likes, that'd be very cool indeed. This image is taking ages to load. Oh my god, it's because loads of people are trying to click on it on Twitter, so Twitter's basically crashing here. But absolutely crazy. It might be a rolling restart. Jeeves is banned for good. Thanks, Multi Ninja. All right, so yeah, guys, this is what happened at the race start. So we had Lando Norris here hit Max Verstappen, and he hit and Valtteri Bottas hit Sergio Perez, and then all of this just happened in the background. Everyone else had just crashed into each other. So that's what happened, guys. If any of you wanted to know, yeah. Absolutely crazy scenes here at the Hungaroring. So many crashes going on, and yeah. So I'm gonna see what happens. Next image once this image loads. But this is Lewis Hamilton here, and this is what I was talking about. This is a really good image, in fact. All right, so once this image loads, I will get back to the commentary. But basically, this car here is Lewis Hamilton. This is Lando Norris. This is Max Verstappen, this is Valtteri Bottas, and this is Sergio Perez. Oh my god, Twitter load. All right. Have you got Windows 11? I have got Windows 11, yes, because I don't know, I'm just a bit of a gangster like that, so I got Windows 11. But so basically, this is what happened here. So we have Lewis Hamilton, who's far ahead of everyone else. He gets through. Lando Norris gets hit by Valtteri Bottas, and he hits Verstappen, and Bottas went on to hit Sergio Perez. So Bottas inadvertently crashed into both Red Bulls. He crashed into Perez on his own, and then he pushed Norris, who crashed into Verstappen. So this is absolutely crazy. Yeah, I think you guys, if you guys could donate, maybe that would very much help out the stream. But you don't feel obliged to. You guys watching the stream also is helping out so much. Yeah. All right, we'll try and get some more images when we can, but the race will be restarting in like 5 minutes time now. So 5 minutes, and we will have a race restart very soon. Yeah, I can't find any more images just yet. But yeah, penalty for Bottas. I think Bottas will get quite a few penalty points as well. We've hit 400 plus likes. Well, we've got 3,000 viewers. So if we could hit 500 likes, then that would be very cool as well. Well, 5,000 likes, 500 likes. But guys, listen, George Russell is in P8. P8 for George Russell. And yeah, oh my god, look at this. Charles Leclerc has just tweeted, nice bowling game, so frustrating. Charles Leclerc has literally just called turn 1 at Hungary a bowling game. I'll try and find the tweet, guys. This is not a drill. This is not a drill. Mick is in the points. Look at this. Oh my god. Mick is in the points. We're just scrolling through Twitter, so probably shouldn't be doing that right now. Yeah. Oh look, this is a good image here. We've got an image of the crash between Bottas, Leclerc, and so this is what happened here, guys. This is Valtteri Bottas here in this car. This is Lando Norris, and this is Max Verstappen. So Bottas pushes Norris, and Norris pushes Verstappen, and that's basically what happened in today's race. So that's where the majority of the crashes have happened, and that's what happened there. All right, but we'll get our race restart very soon. Thanks Multi Ninja for banning these guys. I will also help you out with banning these guys because I don't know what they're doing. Let's just ban these guys. Ban. Yeah. All right, thanks. Yeah, there are a lot of spam. I don't know why they're spamming. I don't see like this. This is an interesting race. Don't spam in the chat. Like no one wants to listen to. No one wants to hear spam. Yeah. Oh my god, there's so many people. Right, well, so many people are spamming. Right, this is just a bit, yeah. Yeah, there is a lot of spamming. I don't know where all of these bots have come from. And I think they've stopped now. Yeah, they've all got different names, which I don't know what they're doing, and I don't even know what they're saying either. All right, so I think they're all banned now. Do you think Verstappen will win? I mean, Verstappen's in P9. So it's going to be difficult for him to make it through, but yeah. All right, so this is what happened here. The race restart happening 5 minutes time now. 5 minutes. This is what happened between Valtteri Bottas, Lando Norris, and Max Verstappen. Charles is, yeah. I mean, it was just absolute scenes. It was, Charles Leclerc described it best. It was basically a bowling alley at turn 1. All of the drivers just went like, let's just drive into everyone else and not hit the brakes. Sergio Perez, let's see what he says to the press. Let's just listen here. Yep, Lando's out of the race, guys. Yeah. Guys. Just let this load. Nice bowling game, so frustrating. Charles Leclerc is just going absolutely crazy. It was a very big mistake from Valtteri Bottas's part. Yeah, race restart very soon. So it will be underway in like 2 minutes time. We'll have a race restart. I'm going to show you guys some images. So that's the crash in between with those guys. Maybe zooming in will help a bit. Yeah. So that's the crash between Leclerc, Stroll, and Danny Rick. Then next happened was here. This is from another angle of Norris crashing into Verstappen. And then this is basically the big incident that happened here. Sergio Perez has lost an engine, guys. So that means Sergio Perez's engine is completely broken. He'll have to take an engine penalty for the remainder of the race. And yeah. Danny Rick, by the looks of it, the right rear of his car is broken. So if they can fix the right rear of his car in time, then it will be good. But otherwise, Danny Rick will also be struggling a lot. This is basically the absolute scenes of chaos here at turn 1. Absolute shambles, basically. All of the drivers just bowling alley. Obviously Norris, Fernando Alonso, Perez, Verstappen, and Bottas and Gasly were the worst hit. Like, these guys got damaged so much. And yeah, alright, so we will be getting back to the usual commentary. Lando Norris is pretty angry by the looks of it. Just got taken out by Valtteri Bottas. And yeah. Yeah, but Norris is saying not much to say because it's just been he's just really frustrated. I can't show you guys the images, but Lando Norris is extremely frustrated about the situation. He was scoring points for 15 races in a row. And yeah, and that's it really. Alright, so the best F1 game, I would say if you want realism, then you probably would go to Assetto Corsa. If you want like realistic to like real life, as in all the drivers' names are the same and stuff, then you probably want the F1 game. But if you want driving simulation being similar, then you probably want the Assetto Corsa. Alright, let me go back onto the stream and do this. So we're going back up to here, and let's get the Twitter page off. And yeah, alright. So guys, welcome back to the stream if you're new here. Be sure to hit the like button. We have a race restart in 1 minute time. 1 minute's time. Drivers will be filing out the pit lane, ready to do the race restart. We don't know if it's a standing start or if it's a race, or if it's a rolling start. How do I know if I've been copyrighted? My stream gets taken down if I get copyrighted. So I think showing Twitter images is completely fine. And yeah. But that's basically what happened, guys. Absolute massive crash. Danny Rick might be able to do it. There is massive... Max Verstappen has floor damage, guys. They have taped up Max Verstappen's floor, but Max Verstappen has a lot of floor damage, so it's going to be very difficult for him to try and get to the end of the race and maybe beat Lewis Hamilton. So that's what happened there. But there has been a lot of drama to see at turn 1, basically. That was literally it. Very, very few drivers even made it past turn 1, to be honest. Yeah. Alright, so I will... Wait, where's my water bottle lid gone? I'm going to drink some water and then we're going to get back to commentary. As you can see, the drivers coming out of the pits. We will have a standing restart and it's going to be very, very good. So your counter needs to be at 8. Alright, I'll change that. Thank you, Eric Pickles. Yeah. Alright, hello guys. We have some team radio from Lewis Hamilton, so I'm going to play that. Here we go.
It's definitely going to be drying quick.
Yeah, copy Lewis.
Alright, so Lewis says that it's going to be drying quickly, which means the drivers may want to like maybe gamble and go onto the slicks. It's going to be tricky conditions nevertheless, whatever they do. And yeah. Alright, Hungary is hungry for F1 cars. Dramatic race start indeed. And yeah. Alright, so all of the drivers now coming around the track. Lando Norris is still in the pits. He's had to retire because his car's too much damage on his car. All of you guys who are, please do hit the like button and subscribe. It will really help out the channel. But now getting back to the stream, everyone is still on inters, as you guys can see on the laps, on the tire graphics. And yeah, so Lewis Hamilton is leading the way. By the looks of it, we are having a standing restart. So we'll wait and see if that pays off. And we'll have another bunch of crashes. Who knows? But Seb Vettel is starting in P3, guys. Seb Vettel is in P3. Oh my god. Yeah, but here comes Sebastian Vettel. Absolutely crazy scenes. We're about to beat our our like viewer counter ever. So if we get 500 more viewers, we're gonna beat my record. So be sure to hit the like button. It's really gonna help out. Maybe we can beat our record today at this absolutely epic race that we've had. Can you chill with a super max spam? I will play super max if max. What? Lewis Hamilton's gone into the pits. What? Lewis Hamilton pits. Ocon is in the lead of the race. Seb Vettel's in P2. Oh my god. Hamilton is pit. Let's see what happened to Hamilton. What's Hamilton doing? What's he doing? He's going to the pits. I think Hamilton might be pitting for soft tyres because the track's drying up very quickly. Who knows? But Esteban Ocon is in the lead of the race. So is Seb Vettel. It will be lights out very, very soon indeed. Drivers are just now lining up on the pits now. By the looks of it, Lewis Hamilton. Oh, Lewis Hamilton's in the lead of the race? Okay, so it glitched out? I don't know. Russell's in P2. What? Russell is in P2, guys. What? Oh. This is glitching out a lot. Russell, Ocon, Vettel are all on mediums. All of these guys are on mediums. Hamilton is significantly in the lead of the race. I don't know what's happened there. Oh, everyone else has pit for mediums and Lewis Hamilton has stayed out of the race. Okay, so Russell's in P2, guys. Russell's in P2. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right. Stay calm. Stay calm. Russell's in P2. Ocon's putting loads of pressure on him. Vettel's also gaining. Latifi is in P5. Russell's in P2. Oh my god. I'm sorry if I'm like getting really excited, but like the race is absolutely crazy. Yeah, so the only drivers out on Inters right now are Lewis Hamilton and Nikita Mazepin. Hamilton has set the fastest first sector. All of the other drivers are struggling on the medium tyres. They need to get up to temperature as soon as possible. Let's see if Russell loses a place. Russell loses another place to Vettel. So Ocon and Vettel both overtake Russell. Russell's down to P4, just ahead of his teammate now. We'll wait and see if he can maintain it. But Ocon's just set a fastest purple sector. Hamilton's going to be losing time. Hamilton's going to be losing so much time all the time now. Everyone's pit for mediums except for Lewis Hamilton, and Ocon set the fastest middle sector. Everyone's going quicker than Lewis Hamilton in the middle sector. Hamilton's losing so much time to everyone. So maybe you can see Ocon and Vettel battling for the lead of the race. Lewis Hamilton's staying. Lewis Hamilton goes into the pits, guys. So Hamilton's in the pits. Ocon and Vettel are into the lead of the race now. Ocon P1, Vettel P2. You love to see it. I voted, all of you guys that voted, 13% of you that voted Vettel to be in P1. Well, here you are. Vettel's in P2 right now. George Russell is down into P7. He's lost even more places. Really unfortunate. He looks like he made a mistake, lost 3 seconds in the middle sector. But Vettel is pushing Ocon to the absolute limit. 8 tenths is the gap between the two drivers, and both of those have just waltzed away from Nicholas Latifi. Nicholas Latifi doing a great job holding up Yuki Tsunoda, Carlos Sainz, Fernando Alonso, and George Russell. Tsunoda's putting a lot of pressure on Nicholas Latifi here. 3 tenths is the gap between them. If Tsunoda can get past, Tsunoda would have a very good chance at staying high up in the field. And yeah, well, that's it really. Lewis Hamilton now right at the back of the pack, has to make it through all of the traffic now. Lewis Hamilton P14, Esteban Ocon, Seb Vettel in the lead of the race. Hamilton's last, Max Verstappen, is in P11. Verstappen is not going to make it easy for Lewis Hamilton to make it past now. Even though Max Verstappen has damage, Verstappen will be pushing to the absolute limit to hold off Lewis Hamilton. So Hamilton's last, Max Verstappen's in P11, Esteban Ocon's first, setting purple sectors. Seb Vettel is gaining and pushing on him as much as he can. Yuki Tsunoda and Carlos Sainz battling away. There's a train forming. Yuki Tsunoda, Carlos Sainz, Fernando Alonso for the battle for P4. 3 drivers going for P4 now. Nicholas Latifi is in P3. Oh my god, what? And yeah, I mean, look at this, guys. This is absolutely insane scenes. Lewis Hamilton is lapping quickly, but not quick enough. Especially the fact that he's right at the back of the pack. Absolutely crazy scenes, guys. Did anyone think Ocon was going to lead the race? Right, so Lewis Hamilton sets the fastest for second and third sector. So Hamilton is a man on a mission now, P14, to try and make it through to the lead of the race. If you guys haven't hit the like button, be sure to do so. And if you guys haven't subscribed, also be sure to do so. I stream this for all of the races. Extreme number 1, can we just chill with the spam? I need to ban this guy because, yeah. All right, thanks, Multi Ninja. All right, so Ocon is still leading the race, fastest lap of the race. Hamilton is putting pressure on now. He's got clean air. He's pushing up into the back of Giovinazzi now. He's set a purple first sector, but now Vettel is closing up onto Esteban Ocon. 1.2 seconds is a gap. If Vettel manages this well, he could get another podium. Seb Vettel on the podium once again would be very, very cool indeed. Esteban Ocon could get a second podium of his F1 career. Nicholas Latifi, for crying out loud, is in P3. Oh my god. Yuki Tsunoda in P4. Carlos Sainz in P5. P5. George Russell in P7. He could maybe finally score points. There's only 14 runners in this race now. Nikita Mazepin is also out of the race. Lando Norris is out of the race. So only 14 runners. George Russell only has to beat 4 drivers to get into the points today in today's race. We have team radio from Lewis Hamilton and Esteban Ocon. So I'm going to play Esteban Ocon because he's in the lead of the race. It's going to be very exciting to listen to.
Okay, Esteban, you are leading the Grand Prix. Let's go.
Esteban Ocon's leading the race, guys. Oh my god, I need to change it to green flag. Oops. Thanks.
Last.
Yeah, 8 members. Yeah, the whole field pitted.
Lewis Hamilton is in last place, guys. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, I need to stay calm here. Carlos Sainz is in P5. He's putting pressure on Tsunoda. The gaps are all leveling out now. Kimi Räikkönen is in P9, holding out off Danny Rick. Mick Schumacher's in P10, guys. Mick Schumacher is in P10. Max Verstappen is unable to overtake Mick Schumacher because Max Verstappen has damage on the floor of his car. Maybe Mick could score points. If he can hold off 4 drivers, then he can score points. That is all that is needed, guys. Very much do appreciate it. All of the support, all of you guys. We've hit 4,000 viewers. That's the highest we've ever had in a stream. Nikita Mazepin is out of the race because he got crashed into in the pit lane. Absolute Alfa Romeo let Kimi Räikkönen out of the pits, and Kimi Räikkönen hit Nikita Mazepin. Not on Kimi Räikkönen's fault, it was Alfa Romeo's fault. They just let him out and then that was it. Hamilton is last because he pitted after everyone else. Everyone else pitted on lap 1 and Lewis Hamilton pitted on lap 2, and that was all that they needed. Lewis Hamilton is now last out of everyone. Esteban Ocon in the lead of the race, 1.8 seconds is the gap. This is the record amount of likes we've had. Record amount of viewers we've ever had on stream, 4,200. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I will carry on with the commentary, but be sure to hit the like button. It will very much help out the stream. Next, Nicholas Latifi now. He's holding up a big train for P3. Yuki Tsunoda, Carlos Sainz, both of the drivers pushing to the absolute limit of grips here. Slightly damp conditions still on the track now. It looks to have dried up as soon as possible. There's a dry line that's formed. Seb Vettel now 2 seconds away from Esteban Ocon. But if they could hold it on, guys, because Hamilton is still unable to overtake Antonio Giovinazzi. So if Hamilton is unable to overtake Antonio Giovinazzi, then maybe it will be so difficult for him to get to the lead of the race. Maybe Esteban Ocon has a chance of winning the race. Maybe Seb Vettel has a chance of winning the race. 13% of you guys that voted. Yeah, alright, so I think I'm going to have to make a new poll of who's going to win the race. Who is going to win? Who will win? And then we're going to have Vettel, Ocon, Verstappen, and Hamilton, because these guys are battling for the lead of the race. I never thought I would say that when I woke up this morning. Esteban Ocon and Seb Vettel battling for the lead of the race. Hamilton and Verstappen. Ask our community. Alright, here we go. So you guys can vote in the poll. Kimi Räikkönen is still in the points. So is Mick Schumacher. So is George Russell. And Nicholas Latifi still holding off P3. DRS has been enabled, guys. So DRS has been enabled. And Yuki Tsunoda will have DRS going down into turn 1 and going down into turn 2, which is going to help him out on his course to maybe get P3 at this race for the time being. But that also assists Lewis Hamilton on overtaking Antonio Giovinazzi, Pierre Gasly, Max Verstappen, and all of the people he needs to overtake to get back into the lead of the race. It's going to have to be an absolute masterclass of a drive from either Lewis Hamilton or Max Verstappen to get back on to the lead of the race right from the back here. Kimi Räikkönen is in P8. Maybe I said P9. I don't know. How do you vote? I think you just click on the vote. 44% of you guys think Seb Vettel's going to win. Wow. And here we go. Esteban Ocon sets the fastest middle sector, and Seb Vettel is right on the tail of Esteban Ocon here. 1.5 seconds is the gap between the two drivers. If Vettel can get within DRS range, it's looking very good for the Aston Martin man. Maybe you could get a win, which would be absolutely crazy. Yeah, alright, so getting back to the thing. Hamilton is setting the fastest first sector, so he's pushing it as much as he can, but he is still yet to overtake Giovinazzi. He's been stuck behind him for like 4 laps now, and the laps are ticking down. He has 70 laps. He needs to overtake another 13 drivers to get to the lead of the race now. So Hamilton, 13 laps, 13 drivers, and if he takes 4 laps per driver, it's going to be very tight to get past all of them, especially when there's big gaps to gain, because the gap between Seb Vettel and Nicholas Latifi is now 7 seconds already, like 8 laps into the race. And the gap between Nicholas Latifi and Seb Vettel is 7 seconds. Seb Vettel is also gaining on Esteban Ocon. 1.2 seconds is the gap between the two drivers. Maybe the Aston Martin can get the tyres heated up more. Maybe Seb Vettel can gain even more because he's just
such a quick driver. Tsunoda has dropped out of the DRS zone of Nicholas Latifi, so Tsunoda maybe has to back off to maybe cool his tyres down, maybe get, just focus completely and then just go for one good attack on Nicholas Latifi. Raikkonen still has DRS on George Russell. George Russell, we're doing everything he can. He's in P7. This is the best chance he has to score points. But even better, Nicholas Latifi in a Williams is in P3. Can you believe the scenes, guys? We have team radio from Yuki Tsunoda. I need to get a drink because otherwise my throat's going to dry out. So here we go.
DRS enabled. Let's get past Latifi now.
Alright, so yeah, so DRS has been enabled, as I said. Kimi Raikkonen is under investigation for an unsafe pit release into Nikita Mazepin, but this is amazing. George might score points. This is going to be absolutely crazy. Verstappen still yet to overtake Mick Schumacher. Mick Schumacher's doing an amazing job holding off all of the pressure of Max Verstappen. 8/10 is a gap, and it's been like that for the past 8 laps now. Max Verstappen's right on the heels of Mick Schumacher, and Mick Schumacher not being able to do anything about it, but he's also holding off Max Verstappen very, very well for the past 8 laps, and maybe he can do it for even longer. Hamilton has overtaken Giovinazzi, so it took Hamilton 5 laps to overtake Antonio Giovinazzi. So if that's 13 drivers and 5 laps each to overtake them, he will have minus 5 laps to overtake Esteban Ocon, which will be very, very tough indeed. And as he progresses up the field, the pace is going to get even quicker for all of the drivers. If Latifi scores more points than George Russell, like what? Latifi could score a podium? Oh my god, what is this? Crash at the opening thing of the race is very crazy indeed. 4 drivers out. Norris is also out. Mazepin's also out. But here we go, right? So Hamilton is racking in the laps. He's pushing as much as he can. He has to overtake Pierre Gasly, and then he has to overtake Max Verstappen. But you guys know Max Verstappen is not going to make it easy for him. Max Verstappen is going to drive Lewis Hamilton off the road as much as he possibly can, because if he can hold off Lewis Hamilton off for 10 laps, that's going to stop Lewis Hamilton from scoring 10 extra points. And Max Verstappen needs as many points as Lewis Hamilton doesn't get as possible. So Verstappen is going to do his utmost best, and I think some of the rivalry from yesterday, 2 weeks ago, is going to get into put into the flames here, because these drivers will be definitely be going to the absolute limit. I mean, Max Verstappen, I think we're gonna get some tasty battles. I will keep you updated on what's going on. The gap at the front is just dropped beneath 1 second, guys. Gap between Esteban Ocon and Seb Vettel, 1.1 seconds. Vettel actually has a chance of getting a leader this race in an Aston Martin. Oh my god, the racecraft from him at the start of the race, absolutely insane. Giovinazzi has come into the pits for a 10-second stop-go, 10-second stop-go penalty because he sped in the pit lane. He drove in too fast into the pit lane, and then obviously it was dangerous, so they decided to give him a penalty. But here we go now. The gap between Verstappen and Schumacher is still 0.6 of a second. There is a DRS train forming behind Mick Schumacher. There's Verstappen, there's Gasly, there's Hamilton. The Honda engine, the VTEC, they will be putting that VTEC to absolute maximum engine mode because they need to stop Lewis Hamilton from scoring any points whatsoever. If Verstappen doesn't score any points, Hamilton can't score any points either. That's what Red Bull are thinking right now, and they're like, but Gasly, do not let him pass, and if you do, then Verstappen, don't let him pass. And as we're talking about the battle at the front, Ocon and Vettel, 1.1 seconds as a gap. They're running away from Nicholas Latifi. Nicholas Latifi in the Williams still being able to hold off Yuki Tsunoda. These guys' tyres are all overheating now. 1.0 seconds as a gap, 1.1 seconds. Barely Esteban Ocon is keeping Seb Vettel out of DRS range. But a tiny little slip up, Vettel will be within DRS and gaining down the straights, which is going to help him so much. But here we go now. What's the gap between Max and Schumacher? Max Verstappen has damage, guys. So that's why if you're wondering how Max Verstappen can't overtake him, Max Verstappen has damage to his floor because he got in a crash at the start of the race. And then that's why he's been like... that's why he can't get past Mick Schumacher. That's the issue here. But as we're talking about the lead of the front, it's hovering so close to 1 second. It's going so close. Seb Vettel and Esteban Ocon basically teasing us at this point. 1.1 seconds is a gap. As soon as they get within DRS range, Seb Vettel is going to be pushing to the absolute limit to try and max engine mode, overtake mode as well. Nicholas Latifi is doing a very good job. Nicholas Latifi is in P3 for the past 10 laps, guys. Can we just give Nicholas Latifi like a round of applause? I don't even know how you give a round of applause on a stream. But Nicholas Latifi is in P3 and he's held on to it. George Russell's in P7. Maybe he can score his first points for Williams. The gap between Lewis and Verstappen is hovering around 1.5 seconds. So between Verstappen and Hamilton there is Gasly, but Vettel could actually win this race, and so could Esteban Ocon. Right, so let's see what the poll is. 41% of you think Vettel could win, 13% think Ocon's going to win, 21 think Verstappen, and Hamilton 25. All right, guys. Well, if you guys could sing 1 point. Wait, what am I saying? If you guys could just hit the like button, we've got 4,800 people watching and only 700 likes. So if you guys are enjoying the commentary, be sure to like and be sure to subscribe. Really will help out. But now getting back to the commentary, Schumacher is holding up Verstappen, and the gap is getting ever closer. Max Verstappen is going for a move on Mick Schumacher, going down the straight now. 1/10 of a second is the gap. Max Verstappen pulls out. He gets past Mick Schumacher. Amazing overtake from Max Verstappen. He gets past Mick Schumacher with a damaged Red Bull. Loads of damage to his floor. Schumacher will be coming back at him. In fact, going into turn 2, Schumacher tries to look round the outside, cannot make a move stick. But Verstappen is into P10. Now it's Gasly and Mick Schumacher's job to hold off Lewis Hamilton as much as they possibly can. Now there is a chance that anyone could make a mistake going into the next part of the race. Now the track is dried up and everyone's on medium, so there is a chance someone could make a mistake, maybe overestimating the grip or something. So we'll wait and see what happens there. But Danny Rick now 8/10 behind Kimi Räikkönen. There is definitely a very good chance indeed. Lewis Hamilton is pushing for all he can to try and overtake Pierre Gasly, but Pierre Gasly is doing such a good job holding off that Mercedes. And guys, just like in Monaco, Lewis Hamilton is stuck behind Pierre Gasly, staring at that Honda rear wing. He is literally doing what he did in Monaco. He's sat behind Pierre Gasly, not being able to overtake him. Absolutely crazy. Yeah. All right, guys. We're nearly at 800 likes. If you could hit 800 likes, that'd be cool. But gap between Seb Vettel and Ocon again, 1 second now. So if they could do that, if Vettel could he's in DRS range, but there's no DRS zone. If Vettel can maintain that gap to Esteban Ocon, he could get DRS and Vettel could go for an overtake at the lead of this race. This is going out the absolute scenes here. Nicholas Latifi still in P3, Yuki Tsunoda's not been able to do anything. Neither is Carlos Sainz, neither is Fernando Alonso. The track has dried up, so I think I should take this "it's raining now" sign down, because that's a bit misleading. But yeah, I mean, that's what it is, guys. Kimi is still in the points. George Russell is still in the points. Everyone we want to see in the points. George Russell, Nicholas Latifi, Kimi Räikkönen, all of these guys are in the points. And it's looking very, very good indeed. Mick Schumacher has lost another position to Pierre Gasly now. So Pierre Gasly has been able to overtake Mick Schumacher. Now Hamilton's putting pressure on Mick Schumacher. So yeah, the two second names who have the most championships, Hamilton and Schumacher, now going wheel to wheel. Obviously it's Mick, not Michael, but 5/10 is a gap between Mick Schumacher and Hamilton, and it's looking like Hamilton will be able to pull off an overtake, but who knows? Mick might pull out some amazing defense, because obviously Mick would want to uphold his dad's record of being the highest point scorer in the highest championship scorer. So yeah. All right, so Hamilton has DRS. Highlights will be very crazy. What channel is this on? It's on Sky Sports, mate. Stop spamming. It is hammer time for Lewis. Lewis Hamilton makes the overtake on Mick Schumacher, and Kimi Räikkönen pits. Okay, so Kimi Räikkönen is coming into the pits. Let's see what strategy he's going on to. He is... Right, well, let's see what tyres Kimi Räikkönen changes onto very, very soon. But Hamilton has the fastest lap of the race, is in P11, still yet to overtake Pierre Gasly, stuck behind the Red Bull rear wing, the AlphaTauri rear wing, but nevertheless, very good job from Pierre Gasly holding him up. Now, Kimi Räikkönen is first to box. He boxes onto... We'll see what tyres he boxes onto. We have some team radio from Lewis Hamilton, so I will play that.
Got no grip out here, man. Got no grip out here, man.
Yeah, copy that, Lewis. Front left caliper is still hot.
All right, so yeah, thanks Multi Ninja for all of the support. Banning all of these guys, very much do appreciate it. So Hamilton saying there's no grip. Kimi Räikkönen gets a 10-second time penalty for an unsafe release, which I think is completely stupid, in fact, because Alfa Romeo should be getting the time penalty, not Kimi Räikkönen. Oh my God, we're so close to hitting 5k viewers. We're only 13. We're 3 viewers away. If we could hit 5k viewers, that'd be insane. All right, but Lewis Hamilton now is pushing as much as he can. He's set a green purple middle sector, and he's trying to overtake Pierre Gasly. Kimi Räikkönen is now down in P12. He's served his 10-second time penalty. He's onto the hard tyres. We'll see how the hard tyres are performing now. But there is no incident between Max Verstappen and Mick Schumacher. So Max Verstappen did make a successful overtake on Mick Schumacher without any penalty. Lewis Hamilton is still stuck behind Pierre Gasly though. Lewis Hamilton is going to have to use all of his skill to try and get past Pierre Gasly, because 1.5 seconds is the gap, and it's not going to be overtaken very, very easily. There are 54 laps remaining at the end at this race, and there's a 70 lap race, so I think it's lap number 16, I think. Yeah, 16 laps. 16 laps have happened in this race. Williams Williams could win that, but that's a bit far-fetched, but Seb Vettel now only 1 second behind Esteban Ocon. He has the potential to maybe get DRS. 8 tenths is the gap between the two drivers. Does Seb Vettel have DRS going down? Seb Vettel has DRS. Let's go. All right. So Vettel has DRS going on Esteban Ocon now, going down the main straight. He's going to be gaining 6 tenths as a gap between the two drivers. If Vettel could pull off and overtake, 4 tenths as a gap going into turn 1, is he close enough to make a move stick? It's going to be so interesting to watch here. He does not make a move into turn 1. Nothing silly from Seb here. He's going to get the DRS, get as close as he possibly can, and then do it. 5k now. So if you guys haven't subscribed, if we can hit 1.5k likes, then sure. If we hit 1.5k likes and Max Verstappen wins the race, I'll sing Super Max, guys. But Max Verstappen has to win the race, so yeah, just watch out. But now the gap between Ocon and Vettel, 5 tenths of a second. The gap is reducing all of the time. Seb Vettel sets a purple first sector. Seb Vettel is pushing like crazy. If Seb Vettel gets the lead of this race, guys, 53 laps, that's all he has to do, and he will hold off all of the other drivers to win this race. This is going to be so crazy. Lewis Hamilton will be trying to do the undercut, trying to get past all of the other drivers, because obviously that's the only way he can get past. Latifi is quite far behind, 11 seconds behind the leaders, in fact. Ocon and Vettel have just pulled away into a league of their own, in fact. Going to the tight, turny, twisty section of the third sector, Kimi Räikkönen, Seb Vettel is going to try and keep within DRS range of Esteban Ocon, and we'll wait and see if they can. He does again have DRS. He is going down the straight now, but it's going to be difficult because Hungary is very difficult to overtake around, and as Ian J Vintage points out, it's going to be very difficult to overtake. It was Bottas's fault at the crash. He just locked up, had a massive crash. He crashed into Norris. Norris was out, Perez was out, Max Verstappen has a bunch of damage. Very bad mistake from Valtteri Bottas. But anyway, back to the lead of the race, guys. Talking about the leaders, 6 tenths is the gap between the two drivers. They're going to be pushing and fighting tooth and nail for every single bit of grip they can find, because all of it is going to help, because Seb Vettel is closing in on Esteban Ocon, and we need to see who wins this race. This is going to be very epic. And if we get some really cool. All right, so Lewis Hamilton says, I don't really know what to say, guys. I can't get close to people. So Hamilton is having a hard time overtaking people. So Hamilton is down in P11, guys. Hamilton down in P11. Seb Vettel may be able to get to the win. The stonks at Netflix are just flying through the roof. If Seb Vettel goes for an undercut on Esteban Ocon, they could feasibly, literally win the race, guys. Oh my god. Supermax for the win. Supermax down in P9. It's going to be difficult for him to make it through, but if anyone can pull off a miracle, it's either Max Verstappen or Lewis Hamilton, or maybe Seb Vettel, or maybe Esteban Ocon could win the race. Who knows? All I know now is Aston Martin better be putting an undercut strategy on Seb Vettel's pit team, because if they pull off an undercut against Esteban Ocon, these guys are going to be flying like absolute crazy. Okay, so Kimi Räikkönen, who's on the hard tyres, is setting green lap times, so that means the hard tyres are good to go onto. So as soon as the track temperature warms up, it's currently 40 degrees now. This race is completely unbelievable. We're nearly at 900 likes. If you guys could hit 900 likes, that'd be very cool. So I'm so excited. My voice is literally going. I'm going to have to drink some water. I've run out of water as well. Right, 51 laps remaining of the race. And this race is getting ever more tense. Hamilton goes into the pits. Okay, so Hamilton is trying to put the undercut strategy here. And we're on 932 likes. If you could hit 1,000 likes. Oh, we've actually broken my record of likes and viewers this stream. The record stream, record race. Absolutely insane race. Russell's in the points. Latifi's in P3. What a race. Lewis Hamilton has gone into pits. He's trying the undercut strategy on Mick Schumacher. On Pierre Gasly and Max Verstappen. So if the undercut strategy works for Lewis Hamilton, I'm so sure that the Aston Martin pit crew will be deciding to pit Seb Vettel before Esteban Ocon and then try and get into the lead of the race, because if Vettel gets into the lead of the race, it's going to be such a big boost before the end of the season. It's going to be absolutely epic. All right. Danny Rick is in P10. He might be able to score points. It'll be looking very good for him. We have some team radio, in fact, from Danny Rick.
Now you've had some clear air. Can have an update on the front wing. Still happy with 2 turns for the medium? Yeah, no more than 2 though.
Alright, so they're just talking about the front wing and seeing how much grip, how much extra front wing to put on depending on which tyres they're putting on. But Seb Vettel is definitely pushing. He's trying to get as much slipstream as possible from Esteban Ocon. 9 tenths is the gap between the two drivers. Danny Rick goes into the pits, and so does Max Verstappen. So Max Verstappen knows that he has to counter the undercut from Lewis Hamilton. And Lewis Hamilton, in fact, sets the fastest middle sector and fastest third sector after doing the undercut. So the undercut strategy was very, very good indeed from Lewis Hamilton. So I hope the Aston Martin pit crew can put Vettel into an undercut, because that would be absolutely insane. Alright, so Vettel is like 1 second behind Ocon. If he can pull off an undercut, that'd be crazy. Hamilton sets fastest second and third sectors. Let's see if he comes out ahead of Pierre Gasly. Well, let's see if he comes out ahead of Max Verstappen, in fact, because that's the issue here. If Lewis Hamilton's ahead of Max Verstappen, there's going to be no one feisty to try and hold him off, and that's what's happened, guys. The undercut has worked for Lewis Hamilton. He's ahead of Daniel Ricciardo and Max Verstappen by 2 seconds. He's ahead of Max Verstappen by 2 full seconds. So if Aston Martin don't pull off this undercut, I'm going to be so annoyed. Vettel could literally win the race, guys. But Hamilton's having so much issues trying to overtake anyone right now. He can't get past Mick. He can't get past Gasly. It's going to be very, very difficult indeed. Lando isn't in the points. Yeah, 15 races in a row Lando Norris was in the points, and now he's out of the race because of some damage, which is very, very unfortunate for him. Lewis Hamilton is setting the fastest laps of the race, his fastest first sector. He'll be setting the fastest middle sector very, very soon, and fastest third sector as well. Danny Rick, in fact, overtakes Lewis Hamilton. So what a move from Daniel Ricciardo. Overtakes Lewis Hamilton. Hamilton fights back. Oh no. Alright, Hamilton's always ahead. It just glitched a bit. So Russell's gone for an undercut. So Russell's seeing if he can get past all the places, maybe catch up to his own teammate Latifi. Why there's so many people out? There's a massive crash. 5,000. We can maybe hit 1,000 likes, guys. If we could hit 1,000 likes, that'd be absolutely epic. I need the Aston Martin pit crew to pit Seb Vettel right now, because I want them to pit, and I want Vettel to be in the lead of this race. Yeah, alright, so 50 laps remaining of the race, 49 laps remaining of the race now. Lewis Hamilton is in P9. He's ahead of Max Verstappen, and he's also ahead of George Russell and Danny Rick. So it's looking very good for those guys. Lewis Hamilton's gained a lot of time. He's lapping 2 seconds quicker than the rest of the field because he had some clean air and he had fresh tyres, fresh hard tyres. So Hamilton, and the undercut strategy is very, very good indeed. It's worked for lots of people. So let's see if the Aston Martin pit crew decide to do it. I mean, if Latifi and Russell double Williams points for today's race would be absolutely crazy. Yuki Tsunoda goes into the pits. So Yuki Tsunoda's trying the undercut strategy on, I think it's Nicholas Latifi now. Yeah, Nicholas Latifi. So Yuki Tsunoda's trying the undercut strategy on Nicholas Latifi. So if Aston Martin pit crew can pit Seb Vettel, we are absolutely golden, guys. This is absolutely crazy. 3,000. We've actually hit 1,000 likes. Thank you, everyone, for all of his support. I very much do appreciate it. Max doesn't have a barge board and a floor yet. The side of his car is like completely damaged. It's really unfortunate for Max Verstappen. He's down in P12 now. It's basically damage limitation at this point, but he can't do much. He can't catch up to Lewis Hamilton to try and hold him off, which is very, very unfortunate indeed. Now the gap between Esteban Ocon and Seb Vettel is still 1 second. We'll see if that can close up anymore, or if one of the teams decide to go for an undercut. We'll wait and see what happens there. But nevertheless, the pace is looking very good from both of the drivers up at the front. Both lapping in the 1 minute 23s. And Lewis Hamilton is the only driver in the 1 minute 21s. Lewis Hamilton is pushing as much as he feasibly can to try and get into the lead of this race. Seb Vettel's got DRS 7 tenths going down the straight. 5 tenths is the gap between Esteban Ocon and Seb Vettel. Now in the slipstream, Seb Vettel, is he going to pull out of the toe to try and get into turn 1? He does not go for a move this time. Holds off, plays it a bit safe because he does not want to get in a crash, especially when he's in P2 of this race. Nicholas Latifi also pits, so Nicholas Latifi will be going for the undercut strategy. 4 tenths is the gap between Seb Vettel and Esteban Ocon. If these guys go for a battle going into turn 4, it's going to be very, very risky for anyone to try and make a move at turn 4. It's such a high-speed corner, tiny little mistake, and both drivers are out of the race. So they're both playing it safe. By the looks of it, both drivers will be pitting this lap, try and stop Nicholas Latifi from coming in the lead of this race, guys. If Nicholas Latifi is in the lead of this race, I mean, what has happened here, guys? We have some team radio from Carlos Sainz. I'm going to play that.
Okay, now push.
Vamos.
Yeah, so they're giving him all the motivation he needs because Carlos Sainz is currently in P3. There's yet Seb Vettel and Esteban Ocon are yet to pit, but once those guys pit, both of those guys are gaining. If Ocon and Vettel don't pit now, they might lose a chance of the race win here. So they both need to pit this lap, otherwise they're going to lose the race here. Because Carlos Sainz, Fernando Alonso both pushing very hard. Their lap times are 1:22s. So neither of the drivers go into the pits. Aston Martin, what are you doing? Right, well, I'm not technically a strategist, but these guys aren't doing so well. Yuki Tsunoda is doing a good job. Nicholas Latifi will be holding up Lewis Hamilton. Did anyone think that would happen? Nicholas Latifi is holding up Lewis Hamilton. Wow. Yeah. So that's currently what's going on. Sainz and Alonso both yet to pit. So is Pierre Gasly. So the 5 drivers still in the lead of this race are still yet to pit. Everyone else, except for Mick Schumacher, has pitted and are on their strategy or on those tyres till the end of this race. Except I think Giovinazzi hasn't pitted yet either. All right. So that's what it is, guys. The gap's now stabilising. Lewis Hamilton is still setting quick lap times, but still not quick enough. Sainz is gaining a rate of absolutely crazy. Sainz is going full smooth operator mode here. He's 2 seconds quicker than Esteban Ocon in the lead. 2 seconds. Wow. I think I need to refresh this data because it's just crashed. So I'm going to refresh the data, guys, so don't worry. I'm just going to... There we go. And... Right, we're back. So once this loads in, it'll take like a second to load. And then we will be back very, very soon. Yeah, here we go. Back. All right. So... Esteban Ocon is still holding a narrow lead over Seb Vettel. These guys need to put off an undercut strategy, but Lewis Hamilton is lapping so quickly. He's in the 1:20s, where all of the other drivers are in the 1:23s or 1:22s. So Lewis Hamilton is pushing as hard as he feasibly can. But the thing is that he has Nicholas Latifi, Yuki Tsunoda, Pierre Gasly, Fernando Alonso, Carlos Sainz, Seb Vettel and Esteban Ocon all to overtake to get to the lead of this race. It's going to be so difficult. We have some team ready from Nicholas Latifi. George Russell is in P10. Maybe, just maybe, he'll be able to hold on to this race because Max Verstappen has a damaged car. So does Daniel Ricciardo. So George Russell maybe could just score points in this race. All right, so let's play Nicholas Latifi's radio.
Okay, Nicky, we need to push, so we are racing Hamilton behind.
Yeah, did anyone expect that? Nicholas Latifi is racing Hamilton behind. Oh my god. So that's what's happened there. Let's see what the front 2 drivers decide when they decide to pit, because the pace has been slightly dropping off. They're setting some green sectors, but still not enough really. And well, yeah, that's what it is. Both of these drivers are trying to push as hard as they can. Esteban Ocon and Seb Vettel have been going at it for the past 25 laps, in fact. All of them so close together. So, yeah. All right. So the Mercedes plan maybe was to take out all the other drivers. Who knows? But getting back to the commentary now. So, George Russell is actually trying to overtake Mick Schumacher. Mick Schumacher's back into the points. He's in P9. George Russell's in P10. Both those drivers, if they score points there, it's going to be absolutely amazing. Especially with Esteban Ocon potentially winning the race and Seb Vettel in P2. And maybe there's no top team on the podium. There's no Red Bull. There's no Mercedes. Maybe we'll get a Alpine, Aston Martin, Ferrari as a podium. This is going to be very cool. I don't know what the So-Yeah count is right now. Does anyone have a counter of the So-Yeah? Definitely rather high, I know that for sure. Nicholas Latifi gets overtaken by Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton makes the move stick going down the start-finish straight. Nicholas Latifi will try and fight back, but it's unsuccessful really. Lewis Hamilton just in the Mercedes has superior grip compared to everyone, and it's just blitzed past Nicholas Latifi. And absolutely amazing for Lewis Hamilton. We're on 96k views. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, I won't speak too soon. Hopefully we're not going to jinx it. Jinxing doesn't exactly exist, but you know, Lewis Hamilton has the highest top speed, 320 kilometers an hour. Yeah, Lewis Hamilton absolutely flying, especially with all that DRS going down, overtaking Latifi. Very quick from Lewis Hamilton on the straight, which is going to assist him in overtaking people, but nevertheless, it's going to be difficult. However hard he tries. He has to overtake 2 AlphaTauris. He has to overtake Yuki Tsunoda and Pierre Gasly. both those drivers at the absolute top of that, especially Pierre Gasly at the absolute top of his game. It's going to be so difficult for him to do this. But if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be Lewis Hamilton. Esteban Ocon, both Esteban Ocon and Seb Vettel start setting green sectors, so it looks like they'll be pitting very soon, because they do not want their tyres to they don't want their tyres to like explode towards the end of the race. So these guys are extending their first stint, and then they're going to pit on lap number 25 or so and go on their hard tyres to get to the end of the race. Which, how long will the pit stops take? The pit stops take around about 23 seconds, I think. So there's a comfortable gap to all the guys behind, to be honest, because there's only there's Yuki Tsunoda, who is 36 seconds behind. So once Yuki Tsunoda and once the top 5 pit, everyone would have moved down. Esteban Ocon, Seb Vettel will still be in the lead, and then there'll be Yuki Tsunoda, and then there'll be Lewis Hamilton. Oh my God, Lewis Hamilton's up into P4. Wow. I did not work that out properly. I think Sainz and Alonso will also be very close to Lewis Hamilton, but Lewis Hamilton definitely has a chance of winning this race or getting a podium. But all I know, Seb Vettel will be pushing to the absolute limit to try and hold him off. Esteban Ocon still setting green lap times, so is Seb Vettel. Both the drivers now, Seb Vettel's far out of DRS range. 2 seconds is the gap between the two drivers. It fell off a bit now because they need to maintain these tyres for at least maybe 5-6 laps now, and then they can finally pit. So Hamilton's tyres will be very old at the end of the race. That is true. He's currently 8 laps now, and there's 42 laps. So Hamilton will have done 50 laps on those hard tyres, guys. 50 laps. 50 laps is not any easy feat to do on hard tyres. So if he does make it to the end of the race on those hard tyres, they're definitely going to be very worn out. So maybe Seb Vettel and Esteban Ocon will have the advantage by staying out in this race and to like overtake Lewis Hamilton. I mean, hold off Lewis Hamilton because they have fresher tyres. It's a very good strategy call from Aston Martin. I was saying that they were doing bad strategy before, but to be honest, they're doing good strategy, because if the longer they stay out now, the more advantage they'll have over Lewis Hamilton come the end of the race in terms of tyre wear. And maybe even Seb Vettel will be able to overtake Esteban Ocon on fresh tyres. Hamilton is definitely going hammer time. According to the AWS, it says 20 seconds that you'll lose. Or according to F1, you lose 20 seconds in a pit stop. So if you do that calculation, Esteban Ocon, Carlos Sainz, Esteban Ocon, Vettel, Sainz, Alonso, Tsunoda, all of these guys will come out ahead of Lewis Hamilton, and Pierre Gasly will come out behind Lewis Hamilton. So for Hamilton to overtake, he has to overtake Tsunoda, Alonso, Sainz, Vettel, Ocon to get to the lead of the race. And it's going to be very difficult because all of these guys will have fresher tyres than him. Consider this, Lewis Hamilton has done 8 laps on hard tyres already, and he's worn them out. He's set green lap times, and he's pushing very hard indeed. So if Lewis Hamilton has pushed very hard on those hard tyres, then those tyres are going to be worn out. And if all of the other drivers have fresh tyres, it's going to be a very much advantage for the drivers in the lead. So Esteban Ocon, Seb Vettel, and well, yeah, really. So yeah. Oh my God, my throat. If you guys would hit the like button, we're on 5,000 viewers and we're only at 1,000 likes. So if we could hit maybe 1,500 likes, that'd be very cool indeed. Yeah. And if you guys haven't subscribed as well, be sure to subscribe so you can type in the chat. It's only a minute. So you need to be subscribed so you can type in the chat. There's 41 laps remaining, so it's been 29 laps of the race. Lewis Hamilton has DRS on Yuki Tsunoda right now. This will be a natural overtake, so none of these drivers have to pit. Hamilton will definitely be pushing as much as he can to try and overtake Tsunoda. He does not want to be stuck behind another AlphaTauri for the rest of this race. They're currently going into turn 4. Yuki Tsunoda is holding a narrow advantage over Lewis Hamilton, but Tsunoda will be giving it his all to hold off Lewis Hamilton. It will definitely help him secure a seat for next year, and going through the middle sector at Hungary, it's going to be difficult to overtake anyway. Yeah. Alright. It'll be a good race, but there won't be a race for 4 weeks now. Yeah, I mean, this race will be good, but we have no races for 4 weeks. So, that is also very true. Alright. Now, 40 laps remaining. And we have Lewis Hamilton 6/10 behind Yuki Tsunoda. He's pushing as much as he can, and I can see on the graphics and on TV now, he's even trying to go on the curbs to get the maximum track limits and like maximum width to the track and try and overtake Yuki Tsunoda. Bearing in mind, Yuki Tsunoda's tyres are 3 laps fresher than Lewis Hamilton, so that will help him slightly. And Yuki Tsunoda, young driver, he will definitely be pushing to the absolute limit. Pierre Gasly finally does pit, so Gasly pits now. We'll see if that will trigger a chain reaction of the drivers at the front to hold off everyone else. But yeah, Pierre Gasly is first to pit out of the drivers in the top 5. Now he drops down into P8. We'll wait and see where he comes out. But Esteban Ocon, the gap at the front has extended now to 2 seconds. And the gap between Vettel and Sainz is also coming down. 10 seconds is the gap now. Before it was 12 seconds. In the next 6 to 7 laps, they do have to pit. Alonso is in P4 and in net P4 as well. What happened to Verstappen? Verstappen basically got taken out by Norris, who got taken out by Bottas. So that's what happened there. There are 39 laps remaining of the race, and 31 laps have been complete. It's definitely been a very good race for Mick Schumacher and George Russell. Mick Schumacher in P9, George Russell in P10. If George Russell can hold off Danny Rick and Max Verstappen until the end of the race, then there is a very good chance that George Russell will score points. But he has to do that. He has to hold off Danny Rick and Max Verstappen. Both are very good drivers indeed. Danny Rick's in a McLaren and Verstappen's in a Red Bull, of course. So it's going to be very, very difficult indeed. Both of those cars do have damage. Ricciardo has damage to his right rear, and Verstappen has damage to the floor of his car. So Russell has an advantage, but he has to stay on his toes and be very, very careful indeed. Gap between Hamilton and Tsunoda is 0.3 of a second, and Tsunoda is still holding off Lewis Hamilton going into turn 1, still hold off Lewis Hamilton losing time, in fact, because he's in the dirty air of Yuki Tsunoda. 0.2 is the gap. Is Hamilton trying to swing it around the outside at turn 2? Unfortunately, cannot make a move stick. 0.1 is the gap. Hamilton actually so close. He's alongside Yuki Tsunoda going down into turn 4. Let's see who backs out, who doesn't back out. Yuki Tsunoda backs out the corner because he does not want to get in another incident with Lewis Hamilton. So Lewis Hamilton up into P5 now. And he has to overtake Fernando Alonso, Carlos Sainz, Seb Vettel, Esteban Ocon till the end of the race. Who has the fastest lap? Lewis Hamilton has the fastest lap. Alonso versus Hamilton. I mean, Alonso still has to pit right now to stay out ahead of Hamilton. But nevertheless, it will be a very, very feisty battle. Sainz is first into the pits now. So if Vettel can hold off, Sainz is into the pits, he will come out ahead of Lewis Hamilton. Alonso will basically pit next lap, and so will Vettel and Ocon very, very soon. All of the drivers will have completed their mandatory pit stop, and it's going to be very, very exciting indeed. I think I might even get some dramatic music up. How many laps remaining? There are 38 laps remaining, and Hamilton is a bit too behind, and also Hamilton has worn out tyres, as you guys may. So Sainz is going to come out now on fresh hard tyres with 0 laps done on them, and Hamilton has already done 13 laps on those hard tyres. And 13 laps on hard tyres, he's been in dirty air and he's been pushing to the limit. He's set the fastest lap of the race, so Hamilton has pushed those hard tyres to the absolute limit. And Carlos Sainz has fresh hard tyres, so Sainz may actually has a very good chance of holding off Lewis Hamilton, especially with the tight, twisty sections of Hungary here. It's going to be very, very difficult for Lewis Hamilton to overtake, and I assure you, Carlos Sainz, Fernando Alonso, Seb Vettel, Esteban Ocon, all of these drivers will be pushing as much as they can to keep Lewis Hamilton behind, because they want to keep these points. Because they want the points for their own team. Lewis Hamilton swings around the outside of turn 4 of Yuki Tsunoda. That was a few laps ago, but Yuki Tsunoda backed out of that because he did not want to lose any points. He's in P6 now, very good points. I think that's one of his highest finishes, in fact, for Yuki Tsunoda, except maybe excluding Bahrain. But Hamilton's now gaining on Carlos Sainz, so we're gonna have to see how difficult it is for Hamilton to overtake Carlos Sainz, because if Hamilton overtakes Sainz very easily, then it will be very easy for Hamilton to get into the lead of this race now. But if Hamilton finds it difficult to overtake Sainz, then it will be a very tough race, long 37 laps for Lewis Hamilton to try and get into this lead of this race. If we could hit 1.5k likes, that'd be very cool. We have 5.7k viewers. That is very, very cool indeed. If you guys haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe. I stream every single weekend, and I do qualifying and the race. So everyone who subscribes, very much do appreciate it. Gap now between Lewis Hamilton and Carlos Sainz, 2.3 seconds. It's gone down by 0.3 of a second now. We'll see if if Hamilton can overtake Carlos Sainz. 2.2 seconds is the gap. The gap is rapidly decreasing. Sainz needs to heat up those hard tyres as soon as he can, because as soon as he can get some temperature into those hard tyres, it's going to benefit him so much. Next across the line, so Giovinazzi is pitting. Giovinazzi is the first one to be lapped, I think, so I'm going to just change it to this. and Esteban Ocon, Seb Vettel still maintaining the gap at the front now. All of them, their tyres are worn out, but they're just trying to stretch the stint to the end of the race, and so they can get the freshest of fresh tyres to try and hold off Lewis Hamilton. And I so hope that Aston Martin go for an undercut and try and overtake him. Try and overtake Esteban Ocon. And guys, I am being slightly biased here, but I'm a Seb Vettel fan. 38% of you think Seb Vettel's going to win the race. Yeah. Alright, so you think Seb Vettel's going to pit with 35 laps remaining? Well, who knows? Who knows? But Carlos Sainz is setting green lap times here. He's setting sectors which are slightly slower than Lewis Hamilton, and Lewis Hamilton is gaining on him. 1.9 seconds is the gap between the two drivers. It's gone down by 9/10 of a second in the past 2 laps now. Hamilton's putting pressure on, but will Sainz be able to hold off Lewis Hamilton? 7 championship... yeah. Alright, so let me just read the chat. No one is talking about Mazepin always getting out. Yeah, Mazepin is out of the race because he got time... Yeah, so... he got crashed into the pit lane. Mick Schumacher's into the pit, so I don't know what Mick is doing. I think Mick hadn't pit up until now. Oh yeah, so Mick hadn't pit up until now, so Mick won't get any points, but that promotes George Russell into P9, guys. George Russell is into P9. There is a very good chance that George Russell will actually be able to score points. Who actually knows? 2.6 seconds is the gap now between Esteban Ocon and Seb Vettel. So Vettel's slightly falling away now. Maybe he's managing his tyres a bit to go even longer than Esteban Ocon. We'll wait and see. I'm a Red Bull fan, but I must say I'm impressed with Hamilton's work up through the field. I mean, yeah, for sure, Hamilton's been doing a very good job indeed, working his way through the field very well now, but we'll wait and see if he can actually make it through, overtake Sainz, overtake Alonso, overtake Vettel to get into the lead of this race. I think Vettel will be pitting very soon, and so will Esteban Ocon. Hamilton is hounding the back of Sainz now. 1.5 seconds is the gap, and Hamilton is going all the way to the edge of track limits, all the way onto the curbs, and on nearly to the sausage curb at this point. He's pushing as hard as he feasibly can right now. We have some team radio from Seb Vettel, so I'm going to play that.
Turn 12 is pretty strong tailwind. Turn 12 is strong tailwind.
Yep. So they're just keeping updated on the wind, because you don't want to crash out because of the wind. It's going to be the gusty conditions is very difficult indeed. And also, even if Hamilton does overtake Carlos Sainz and Fernando Alonso, the gap between the two drivers is so big. I mean, if Fernando Alonso pits now, he's going to come out behind Lewis Hamilton. So the only person Hamilton has to overtake is Sainz, Vettel, and Ocon. Vettel pits. Oh my god, we're going to get an undercut. All right, so Vettel's into the pits now. He's on the hard tyres, and Vettel could actually overtake Esteban Ocon doing an undercut strategy. So we'll wait and see what happens there. I think Fernando Alonso may be coming into pits. Fernando Alonso does not come into pits. So Vettel will be holding up Carlos Sainz and Lewis Hamilton. We'll see what Esteban Ocon can do. We'll see whose lap times are quicker and who can come out ahead. But by the looks of it, we all want Seb Vettel to win the race. 38% of us think Seb Vettel will win, or either want him to win. So here we go. Come on, Seb. It could be an Alpine 1-2. It's literally an Alpine 1-2 right now. Did any of you, when you woke up this morning, think it was going to be an Alpine 1-2? It is not raining right now. I probably should change that. But yeah, I mean, I think all of you guys know by now it's not raining. I'll just properties and I'll just get rid of it, so none of you get confused. But Seb Vettel is pit now, and he is looking to absolutely get the maximum out of those hard tyres. If he can get them heated up properly, no mistakes from him. If he gets a mega outlap, so Ocon is pushing. Ocon's got a green middle sector. He's going to be doing the best he can to try and hold up, to try and prevent the undercut from from Seb Vettel. But Vettel sets a green purple sector. Let's go, Vettel! Yes, so he's 5/10 quicker than Esteban Ocon in just the first sector alone. Ocon goes into the pits. If Vettel can gain maybe 1.5 seconds going into the first corner, going into the third sector, then maybe Vettel has a chance of overtaking Esteban Ocon. This is going to be absolutely crazy. Fernando Alonso is in the lead of this race, and Esteban Ocon is marginally ahead of Seb Vettel. 1.3 seconds is the gap, but Vettel has heated up tyres, remember? So Vettel has the advantage here. So if he can capitalise on Ocon having cold tyres, then Vettel could literally win, get the net lead of the race. 0.3 is the gap. Vettel and Ocon, 3/10 is the gap between the two drivers, and it's going down. Maybe Vettel will make an overtake stick. 1/10 is the gap. Oh my god, Vettel's in the slipstream. Is he going to pull out going into turn 4? Oh, he backs out of it because he does not want to get into a crash at turn 4. Turn 4 is a very dangerous corner to overtake, and he does a better move now. So he will be within DRS. He's hounding the back of Esteban Ocon. Ocon's tires will not be heated up whatsoever, and Ocon's going to have to do the best job he can to try and hold up Seb Vettel. But with Seb Vettel only 8/10 behind, we could literally see Vettel win the race. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah, Seb Vettel could literally win the race. I'm totally cool with that. I'm calm, yeah. Vettel could quickly overtake Ocon, yeah. That's what we want to see. Fernando Alonso is in the lead of this race, but Fernando Alonso is still yet to pit. And yeah. Alright, so the tyre advantage that Seb Vettel and Esteban Ocon have over Lewis Hamilton. So Vettel's tyres is 1 lap old. Lewis Hamilton's tyres are 18 laps old. There's a 17 lap difference between the two drivers' tyres. So if Vettel and Ocon can hold off Lewis Hamilton, they could literally feasibly win the race, which is going to be very, very cool. Are there any radios? We have team radio from Yuki Tsunoda, so I'm going to play that.
We can push more on tyres, 23-0.
There's still 36 left. Impossible if I push.
Alright, so Yuki Tsunoda is saying he can't push just yet. But Seb Vettel is now hounding the back of Esteban Ocon. 8/10 is the gap. He's going to be pushing as much as he can. Yeah, alright. So, how many laps left? There are 32 laps remaining, and Carlos Sainz is doing a good job. This is exactly what we want Carlos Sainz to do. Carlos Sainz is holding off for, Lewis Hamilton. 1.5 seconds is the gap, and he's been holding it off for 1.5 seconds. Like, the gap has been at 1.5 seconds for the last 10 laps now. So Sainz is doing an absolutely amazing job of holding off Lewis Hamilton. Eventually Lewis Hamilton may get past, but Sainz has done an amazing job. If he can hold Lewis Hamilton off for any much longer, it's going to help Seb Vettel and Esteban Ocon win the race, because I don't think anyone really wants to see Hamilton win the race, except maybe Hamilton fans. I think everyone would love to see Seb Vettel win the race. It would be very, very epic indeed. Yeah. Alright. I don't hate Lewis, guys, by the way. I just think that more people want to see Vettel win than Hamilton win. So that's what I'm saying. And, well, Vettel's doing a good job. 8/10 is the gap between him. Fernando Alonso finally comes into the pit lane. So this is it. Everyone has pitted. And this is it. 31 laps till the end of the race. And this is what it is. Hamilton has 31 laps, 8.5 seconds, and 3 drivers to overtake to win this race. And Vettel and Sainz and Ocon will be doing their utmost best to hold him off. Because obviously all of these guys want to be on the podium. An Ocon, Vettel, Sainz podium. Did anyone expect that? Alright, so... Okay. Yeah, alright, wait. Let me think of what I need to say. So... Vettel has been unable to get into Ocon's DRS now. 1 second is the gap, and it's not come down. Oh my god, we're on 6k viewers. All of you guys are like watching. Thank you so much for the support. This is like 2,000 higher than we've ever had. So if you guys haven't hit the like button, if we could hit 1,500 likes, that'd be very, very cool. Yeah. All right, so here we go. 30 laps remaining, and I think we need some dramatic music. How many of you guys want dramatic music? Let me know in the chat. And yeah, okay, so we have Alpine coming out for the pits. What are Alpine doing? Oh, Alpine are pitting Alonso. Okay, that's fine. So 1.1 seconds is the gap between Sainz and Hamilton, and as I was saying, Sainz is not being able to hold off Hamilton for that long. He's maintained the gap for 1.5 seconds, but it's slowly Hamilton is chipping away for Sainz's lead. It's 1.1 seconds now, and soon once Hamilton gets DRS, Sainz will be definitely doing it. Yes, dramatic music. Do you want dramatic music? I mean, alright, okay. Dramatic music. I don't even know where it is. I don't know where it's saved. Yeah. I don't know where I saved the dramatic music. I'll try and find it, but I think more important is the race that's going on right now. Yeah. So, Verstappen is still stuck in P12. Hamilton's all the way up into P4. Hamilton is gaining so many points on Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen's gone into the pits now, maybe to get fastest lap away from Lewis Hamilton, but that's not going to do much. Like, realistically, Hamilton needs to do something very, very... Verstappen needs to fix his car. His car was damaged, and it was basically... Yeah, I will find the music, guys. All right. This is... I don't know where it is. That's the problem. No. Where is it? Oh my god. I can't find it. I'll try and find it. Okay, so... Fernando Alonso sets the fastest lap of the race. So these new hard tyres are very, very good indeed. And the advantage you have on new hard tyres is it's not an advantage to be like scathed at, guys. Because that advantage that Lewis Hamilton has is... Oh, here we go. Found it. All right. Where's it? Is it going to play? All right. Let me turn the volume up. All right. Is it... I don't know about the dramatic music. I think we'll play that later. Please no music. All right. Yeah, I think the commentating's fine. If it gets really dramatic towards the end of the race, I might do it. But I found it. But this is definitely a very, very iconic race. 1.4 seconds is a gap at the lead. Vettel is unable to catch up to Ocon. It's looking difficult for him. Maybe he's conserving his tyres so at the end of the race he can push so much. Oops, that was a bit loud. But I mean, all we want to see is a very good battle for the lead of the race, and Ocon and Vettel can definitely provide that for us. 1.1 seconds is a gap between the two drivers, and Sainz is holding off Hamilton. Hamilton is barely out of DRS range now. Alright, no, I don't think we'll play any music. Yeah, okay, we'll stop with the music. We'll stop. We won't play any music, guys, sorry. If we could hit 1.5k likes, though, that'd be very cool. But anyway, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, so Hamilton is chipping away at Sainz's lead, but Sainz is doing a good job, and he's doing exactly what we want. We want Sainz to hold off Hamilton so we can get a battle for the lead of the race, which is actually exciting. Oh my... Wait, there's a green flag. Okay, never mind. Just glitched out a bit. So we have Vettel still in P1, and Ocon still... Vettel in P2, Ocon in P1. I just want Vettel to be in P1, really. Play Max. Max is in P12. I don't think there's any point playing Super Max. Ocon is still setting green sector, so Ocon's doing a good job, but maybe what Ocon is doing is he's managing it, he's pushing, whereas Vettel is like managing his tyres, and that's the thing. Vettel has a tiny little lock-up as well going into turn 1, which is not helping his cause. Tiny little lock-up, tiny little mistake, but he needs to stop that, really. Because if he wants to win this race, he needs to get no mistakes, make a clean overtake on Esteban Ocon, and get past him, which will be very, 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 very good indeed if that happens. Also, thank you everyone for subscribing. Very much do appreciate it if you guys have subscribed. Thank you for all of the support, and if you guys haven't liked, be sure to do that. But anyway, back to the race. The gap has just dropped, falling around 1 second. Hamilton is within DRS range of Carlos Sainz now, but they're now going through the twisty, tight section of the corner of the track. So if the dirty air holds off Lewis Hamilton enough, Hamilton won't get DRS going down into turn 1, which is all basically Sainz needs to do. He needs to ensure that Hamilton gets enough dirty air that he cannot get DRS going into turn 1, because if Hamilton gets DRS going into turn 1, then it's going to be very, very difficult indeed for Hamilton to get past. But there's 27 laps left, and Lewis Hamilton is a 6.6 seconds away from the lead with 3 drivers to overtake. Nicolas Latifi is in P8. Guys, let's not forget, right, I'm focusing a bit too much on the front here, but look at this. George Russell and Nicolas Latifi, both in the Williams, both in the points, P8 and P9. Absolutely amazing from those guys. They're doing a very good job managing that pace. Russell is quite far behind Latifi, in fact. So maybe if Russell can catch up, Latifi may score more points than Russell when Williams actually score points, which is kind of funny considering Russell's outqualified him every single time. But nevertheless, both Williams are in the points, which is absolutely crazy. Now 26 laps, those tyres need to hold up, those engines need to hold up, and there actually is a point, there actually is a chance of Nicolas Latifi and George Russell scoring points here at Hungary. Alright, 8 tenths is a gap between Ocon and Vettel, so Vettel has closed the gap up, and Sainz has successfully held Hamilton out of DRS range. Sainz is still giving Hamilton the dirty air. Hamilton's tyres started overheating. Hamilton had to fall back, otherwise his tyres would heat up too much and then he would lose grip. Can you add laps? There's 26 laps remaining at the end of the race. Latifi is, well, I'd say rather lucky. He was up in P3 for quite a long time in this race today. So I guess you could say he was lucky. But we have Seb Vettel still putting pressure on Esteban Ocon as much as he possibly can be. He needs to get within that DRS range. And by the looks of it, both drivers are very, very equally matched. Going into the second to last corner, both drivers are entering, the minimum speed at the corner is 94 and 95 kilometers an hour. So both these drivers are very, very close. 25 laps remaining at the end of the race now. And yeah, Hamilton is still stuck in P4 and Sainz is still holding on for a podium, guys. We have some team radio from Lewis Hamilton, which I'm going to play. Let's see his frustration, or if he's not frustrated, he's like, I'm going to get past these guys. So I'm going to play it now.
Tyres got second win.
That's great to hear.
Wait, what did he say? I think tyres got... Wait, let's just play that again.
Tyres got second win.
That's great to hear.
Alright, so I think he's saying tyres have got like a second life, so we can carry on with these same tyres. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. If we could hit 1.5k likes, that would be very helpful though. Very much help out the channel and the stream. This is actually the best stream we've had on record ever, which is very, very cool indeed. And, well, yeah, so here we go, into the lead of the race. 25 laps remaining, and we have Ocon, Vettel, Sainz, and Hamilton in the lead, with Latifi and Russell in the points, and Max Verstappen is out of the points. This is not looking good for Red Bull. A weekend to forget, really. Lewis Hamilton is also locking up. So Seb Vettel locked up earlier. Lewis Hamilton also locking up into turn 1. It's not looking good. Lewis Hamilton's tyres are overheating. It's not looking good for him, really. Nevertheless, they're both pushing as hard as they possibly can. And, yeah. I think he said it looks like a win. I don't think he said that. Wait, I think he said tyres. I don't think he said it looks like a win. It's not still raining, guys. The track has completely dried up, but there was a massive crash at the start of the race because of the rain. I hope AlphaTauri let Gasly through. He's way faster, making up 20 seconds on Yuki in one stint. Well, 1.6 seconds is the gap between Tsunoda and Gasly, so maybe they'll be able to get past, but yeah. I mean, nevertheless, it's going to be very difficult for anyone to overtake around this circuit because the circuit is so tight and so twisty, so narrow, and all of the dirty air is not helping anyone overtake. So it's very, very difficult indeed for anyone to make a move. And Vettel is doing his utmost best, 1 second behind Ocon. I think towards the end of the race, he's going for a final push and just push like an absolute... Yeah, can you show the tyre laps again? Yeah, well, there you go. The tyre laps there. So Hamilton's tyres are 27 laps old, Seb Vettel tyres are 10 laps old, Ocon's tyres are 9 laps old. So these tyres are so much fresher for Esteban Ocon, Seb Vettel, compared to Lewis Hamilton. It's going to be very, very difficult indeed. Yeah, I think he said tyres, guys. Let's go for 6k views. Yeah, we're actually very close. We've been hovering around 6k views. I think we hit 6k views before. But, yeah, I think Vettel may be conserving his tyres because Vettel, obviously, absolute master at conserving tyres. He did 40 laps on the softs in Bahrain ages ago. Oh my god, Hamilton's into the pits, guys. There is literally no chance for Hamilton to do anything else. Hamilton is into the pits. Oh my god. Yeah, Lewis is in the pits. I don't know why he's in the pits. I've literally no understanding why he's in the pits. But Lewis is in the pits. And we have Ocon and Vettel in the lead of this race. 7 tenths is a gap. This is it. Why is Hamilton in the pits? I have no idea. What? I guess his tyres blew up. Who knows? I mean, if his tyres did blow up, then... yeah. So we'll see. He's come out of the pits now. He's still ahead of... Oh, Hamilton's gone for the master move here. He's gone and pit for extra tyres now. He's gone onto the medium tyres. 23 laps remaining of the race. And Hamilton has a 25... Oh, he's doing it again. There's 25 laps. There's 23 laps remaining. 25 seconds to the lead of the race. And Hamilton is trying to get past every single one of those drivers on medium tyres. So Hamilton has pit and just gone extra aggressive, like triple, quadruple aggressive, gone onto medium tyres and said, all right, so I'm just going to push flat out for the end till the end of the race. 23 laps of basically qualifying, and yeah. All right, so Hamilton will get fourth or third. This will be like There will be like the Spanish Grand Prix, guys. So Hamilton's chasing down for the lead of the race, and he's already gained 2 seconds on the leaders. He's already. Oh my God! Ocon's about to lose the lead. Vettel is 4 tenths is the gap between the two drivers. Vettel has DRS going down into the corner, and because of backmarker traffic, there's actually a chance that Vettel could actually make an overtake stick on Esteban Ocon. 4 tenths is the gap between the two drivers, going down the straight into turn 4, second longest straight on the track. Vettel has DRS and he's pushing, but he cannot make an overtake stick. Hamilton has played the risky strategy, already gained 4 seconds in the previous lap. He's going to be pushing like an absolute, pushing tooth and nail for this, right, guys? So 37% of you think now Vettel can win, and 30% of you think Hamilton will win. Well, Hamilton has 21 seconds to make up on those tyres. With 22 laps remaining, so 1 second per lap, he has to be quicker than Esteban Ocon, and also overtake Fernando Alonso, Carlos Sainz, Seb Vettel, and Esteban Ocon in the process. So who knows what will happen here, but it will be very, very good indeed. You haven't seen Verstappen this low. I mean, yeah, it's hammer time for Lewis. He won't be saying, Bono, my tyres are dead anytime soon. He's just going to be hammer down, hammer time max, maximum focus, and yeah. Vettel once again has DRS on Esteban Ocon. 7 tenths is the gap between the two drivers, and 5 tenths is the gap going down the straight. Ocon is losing a lot of time here. 3 tenths is the gap. Will Vettel pull out and go for a move into turn 1? And I think Vettel just backs out of it because he does not want to tangle with Esteban Ocon. Esteban Ocon he will drive very viciously and aggressively for the lead of this race. I think anyone would fight aggressively for the lead of this race. So Vettel does not want to do anything silly here. Especially when he's going for the lead of the race. Lewis Hamilton is chasing these guys down quick. 18 seconds is the gap between Hamilton and the leaders, and he's already gained 7 seconds in the past 3 laps. So Hamilton is definitely, maybe that was a good strategy from Mercedes' part, maybe not. We'll wait and see what happens now, but he is gaining, and he's gaining fast. And well, yeah, that's what it is really. It was a slightly big brain strat, or actually so close to 1.5k likes. If you guys could hit the like button, then very, very cool. And guys, just to point out, the Williams are still in the points. Nicholas Latifi still a P8, George Russell still P9. Verstappen makes an overtake stick on Kimi Räikkönen, but I think we're all focused right up at the front now. Lewis Hamilton is pushing as hard as he physically can. 18 seconds. A 1 minute 18, that's 3 seconds quicker than Esteban Ocon on that previous lap. 3 seconds. Wow. Seb Vettel was 2 tenths quicker, 2.5 tenths quicker than Ocon on the last lap, but he needs to make a successful overtake attempt. So maybe back off a bit and then go maximum attack with the DRS and like pushing the tyres to the absolute limits, because it's going to be difficult. Maybe he'll get a bit of a help from Mick Schumacher. Mick Schumacher's coming up as traffic for Esteban Ocon and Seb Vettel, and Mick Schumacher is probably going to get out of the way for both of the drivers because doesn't want to hold anyone up. So it's a clean track for Esteban Ocon now to the end of the race. 20 laps remaining, and Ocon, Vettel, Sainz, Alonso are all holding it off Lewis Hamilton now. 15 seconds is the gap between Lewis Hamilton and the lead, and there's 20 laps to go. So not even a second a lap now, even less. So I said I'd sing Super Max if Max wins and we get 1.5k likes. So unfortunately Max hasn't won. So yeah. Next though, Ocon has looked like he's started to pick up the pace a bit, setting in green sectors and also picking up his minimum speeds into the corners. His minimum speed's looking a bit quicker than compared to before. So Ocon is trying to pick up the pace here. AWS says Hamilton will catch Alonso in 3 laps time, and overtake difficulty will be about the easiest overtake in the history of Formula 1 basically. He's just going to drive straight past him. And Alonso is 9 tenths away from Sainz. He has DRS on Sainz. In fact, going down the straight, Alonso is gaining on Carlos Sainz. But these guys don't want to battle, because if they get in a battle, then Lewis Hamilton will catch up even quicker, and they do not want that to happen. Or maybe they do. Maybe they want to hold up Lewis Hamilton by going side by side and just not letting Hamilton past. Who knows? Also, guys, if you guys could hit the like button and subscribe, that would very much help out the channel. Yeah, I mean, this has been my best stream on record ever. But I mean, even more subscribers will never go to harm. And if you guys are enjoying the commentary, then I stream every single weekend for quali and the race. But getting back to the commentary, 19 laps remaining, 12 seconds to the lead of the race. Hamilton is gaining quick on Alonso. Five seconds is the gap between Alonso and Hamilton is pushing to the absolute limit. You can see on track limits as well, he's pushing so much. And well, yeah, that's what it is. Hamilton is pushing, like, he's basically driving quali laps around the Hungarian right now. And yeah, I'm not playing any music right now because I don't know, quite a lot of people didn't want it. It was kind of like 50-50, and it will probably not if everyone would have liked it. We have some team radio from Lewis Hamilton. It was from a bit before, but I'm going to play it anyway.
Tyres got second win.
That's great to hear.
Oh no, that was the old one. Never mind. Oh, we have some more from Daniel. Oh, we'll play that.
Daniel, we're considering the undercut for Russell. How are the tyres?
Yeah, tyres are getting very damaged behind him. I don't think they can last much longer.
Alright, so Daniel Ricciardo is saying his tyres can't last much longer, and he thinks that he's going to try and undercut. Oh, we have some radio from Vettel. One second, let me listen to this. Oh, I've just missed it. Okay, never mind. Oh, it's here. Alright, here we go. Seb Vettel.
So currently Ocon is holding us up here. Hamilton pitted and has done an 18.7 first lap, so he'll be with us with 10 laps to go.
Alright, so 10 laps to go. So that's what Vettel is saying. That's what the Aston Martin engineer is saying. In 8 laps, Hamilton will catch Vettel. So Vettel is going to have to get past Ocon and drive for his life, basically, to try and stay ahead of Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton is pushing as much as he can. He's got the gap down to Fernando Alonso to 2 seconds now. It was 5 seconds before. It's come down to 2. And, yeah. Mouse R, your commentation is very great. Thanks. Very much do appreciate it. All of the support, guys. All of the likes, subscriptions, everything. Very much does help out me, and it's very nice to see. So, yeah. It is a big brain team, yeah. And these drivers are pushing. I mean, Hamilton somehow has DRS when he's 1.6 seconds behind Alonso. Who has any idea how that works? But oh no, he had DRS on Mick Schumacher. But the point is that Ocon has 17 laps to hold off Lewis Hamilton, and Lewis Hamilton is quite likely that he's gonna win this race, really. And yeah, so that's what's happening there. I think I'm just gonna 1 sec. Oh my god. I think my mic's gonna break in like a second. Wait, I'm just gonna. Can this mic? Alright, so the mic's fixed again. Alright, so that won't happen. It won't happen till the end of the race. But the mic is fixed. And now getting back now to the race. Alonso is basically holding up a Hamilton now. 1 second is the gap between the two drivers. We'll see if Hamilton can make an overtake stick. But yeah, all right. So 9/10 is the gap between Alonso and Hamilton. We'll see how easy this overtake is for Lewis Hamilton, because if it's an easy overtake, then it's going to be difficult for any other driver to hold him up, because Hamilton will be on fresh mediums, where all the other drivers will be on used hards. And the tyre advantage is in now Hamilton's favour rather than everyone else's favour. So Hamilton, 3/10 is a gap now. Will he make an overtake into turn 1? Wait and see. 1/10 is a gap, and Alonso does not let him past. In fact, Alonso defends. 1/10, they're basically side by side now going into turn 2. We'll see who can make it through. Hamilton has superior grip, but Alonso has so much experience, and Alonso's actually able to hold off Lewis Hamilton for us in our quest to make Seb Vettel win the race. Fernando Alonso's held off Lewis Hamilton for 1 lap. I mean, that any time that we can gain, Alonso is helping us out here. Seb Vettel 1.1 seconds away from the lead of this race. Let's see if he can overtake Esteban Ocon. But Alonso is holding up Hamilton, even though Hamilton's on fresh medium tyres and Alonso's on hards. Alonso's been able to use his defensive skill, and hold off Lewis Hamilton. And let's talk about Russell here. So Russell, 1.1 seconds away behind him is Danny Rick. So Danny Rick's been trying to overtake Russell for absolutely ages, and Russell has not been able to, and Russell's hold him off successfully. Now Verstappen's trying to overtake Ricciardo. Verstappen obviously has a damaged car, very unfortunate for him. Got damaged at turn 1 at the start of the race. But yeah. Alright, so there's 15 laps remaining of this race now. And well, yeah, 15 laps remaining, and yeah. Oh my god. We're at 6,400 viewers. Wow, absolutely crazy. If you guys haven't hit the like button, be sure to do so. And if you guys haven't subscribed, also be sure to subscribe. We have so many subscribers coming in. Thank you everyone for subscribing. We're not going to play any music just yet because, well, I don't think it's actually good enough music to play right now. It's not like it's just like a tiny little bit of dramatic music, not completely dramatic. But anyway, back to the race. Alonso still holding up Hamilton. Alonso, our Lord and Savior, please hold up Hamilton till the end of the race. Will actually just amazing. Nice race. I hope Ocon or Vettel wins. I very much do hope so as well. Alonso doing an amazing job. He's just blocking Lewis Hamilton. Everywhere Lewis Hamilton wants to go, Alonso already knows that, and he's holding him off. Turn 4, Alonso plays the hard game and does not let Hamilton by. Very good job from Alonso. Getting back to the live feed now, Hamilton is still 9 tenths behind Alonso, and Alonso is pushing, but I mean, if he can hold off Hamilton, then maybe Sainz can. And maybe if Sainz can, maybe Vettel can. And, well, yeah, maybe that's what it is. There's 14 laps remaining now. Ocon just crosses the line. Going down the straight, Hamilton has DRS. 6 tenths is the gap between the two drivers. Next 4 tenths is the gap. And maybe Alonso will be able to hold him off now, but we'll have to wait and see. They're basically side by side at this point. And Hamilton does not go for a move into turn 1, but Alonso goes slightly defensive, and maybe that will compromise his line into turn 2. And Hamilton is nearly past Alonso. They're both side by side now going into turn 2. Alonso was previously held off Hamilton into turn 2 before. And can he do it again? And he does. He successfully holds off Lewis Hamilton, but Hamilton is coming back at him into turn 4 now. Hamilton tries to go down the inside at turn 4, but cannot make the move stick because it's such a risky corner to overtake. And Alonso does it again. Thank you, Alonso, holding off Lewis Hamilton for another lap, giving his tyres all of the dirty air, all of the overheated tyres, all of the overheated brakes. Amazing job from Fernando Alonso. Yeah. All right, so Alonso's holding up Hamilton. I think we need to just amazing. I'm gonna end this. Let's remove this. All right. You're going to be surprised when Lewis Hamilton passes Alonso. I mean, Alonso's doing such a good job. I think Lewis Hamilton will have a difficult time passing him. 7 tenths is the gap now. Going on to the start-finish straight, 7 tenths. It was 6 tenths before, and Alonso held off Hamilton. So maybe Alonso can do it again. Vamos, Alonso. Alonso, our Lord and Saviour. Yeah, basically, Jesus. Going into turn 1 now. 3 tenths is the gap, but it looks like it's rapidly decreasing. So Hamilton plays it even safer this time, going for the maximum traction onto turn 2 to get the best possible exit. And Hamilton is still gaining on Alonso, but the straight is not long enough going into turn 2. And Hamilton is once again stuck behind Alonso going into turn 2. Hamilton is trying to make a move into turn 4, but cannot get past Alonso, cannot find a way. The track is so narrow and there's not enough DRS around the track, and that's just what it is, really. Alonso, oh my god. Vote Alonso for driver of the day, guys. Yeah, who is your driver of the day? Well, it must be Ocon, Vettel, Sainz, or Alonso. I think if we vote Alonso, though, for just holding up Lewis Hamilton, what an absolute legend. George Russell is setting green lap times still. I mean, Alonso's doing his utmost best. I think Alonso knows that Ocon's in the lead. Yes, Alonso knows. Alpine have told him this. Alpine have told Ocon's in the lead of the race. Can you hold up Hamilton as much as you possibly can? And that's exactly what Fernando Alonso's doing. Alpine told Alonso to hold up Hamilton because Ocon's in the lead of this race, and if he doesn't hold him up, Ocon's going to lose the lead. Then Alonso's done it. Alonso, our Lord and Saviour. Yeah. All right. So, how many laps? There are 12 laps remaining for the end of the race. You want Seb to win and Alonso drive of the day? I mean, yeah. Is there any radio? We have some team radio from Daniel Ricciardo, but I'm just going to play that now. Quickly get out of the way.
Hang in there, Daniel. You can do this.
Yeah, basically his tyres are completely shot, and he's in P10, so maybe he can score maybe he'll score 1 point, but it's going to be difficult nevertheless. And Alonso, once again, holding off Lewis Hamilton, going into turn number 5. Alonso has done it. Yeah. Alright, thanks everyone for watching. I mean, yeah, there is still 12 laps remaining of this race. If we could hit 7k viewers, all of you guys who are watching and haven't hit the like button yet, be sure to do that, because the more likes we get, the more people watch the stream, and then that just carries on going. So if you guys hit the like button, it really does help out. And if you guys subscribe as well, that also helps out. But anyway, getting back to the stream, guys. 12 laps to go, and Vettel has not been able to overtake Esteban Ocon yet. He's been hovering literally 1 second behind Ocon for the entirety of this race, and he's not been able to do it. Maybe with the 11 laps remaining, he's just going to go absolute push maximum to the limit and get past Esteban Ocon, but who knows? Alonso once again is holding off Lewis Hamilton 3/10 gap. This is much earlier in the straight, so maybe Alonso will actually lose the place to Lewis Hamilton here going into turn 1. The 3/10 is the gap again, but can Hamilton get past Alonso? That is the question. Alonso using his utmost defensive skill here to hold off Hamilton. 3/10 is still the gap, and Alonso's maintaining it. Hamilton's getting squirms of oversteer as well, because all of the dirty air's heated up his tyres, overheating them quite a lot. And once again, going into turn 4, Alonso just pushes off Lewis Hamilton, and Alonso's doing amazing job. Yeah. 9 total it was really good job from Fernando Alonso. I think Alonso, so who's your guys' driver of the day? Let me know in the chat. And yeah. I mean, any recognition for Hamilton winning the race? I mean, I'm not a professional commentator. I'm a Seb Vettel fan. I want Vettel to win, so I'm commentating from that perspective, really. And I guess it is a rip from Hammer time, because Hamilton has not been able to overtake. Alonso's using all of his skill to the absolute limit. Alpine have told him. Alpine have Ocon's in the lead of this race. You cannot let Hamilton pass, otherwise we're going to lose. And Alonso is just literally taking that, and he's like, I'm going to hold you up, Hamilton, whatever I do. So very much good job from Fernando Alonso. The Alpine team have obviously told him to hold up Esteban Ocon, and yeah. So Vettel or Alonso for driver of the day, Lewis Hamilton for driver of the day. I mean, there are so many people that could be driver of the day. Ocon, Vettel, Sainz, Alonso, Hamilton, all of these drivers could be driver of the day. Nevertheless, getting back to the actual commentary, 1 second is the gap between Ocon and Vettel. Maybe Vettel's starting to push a bit more, trying to catch up to Ocon and make an overtake stick, because if Ocon's tyres maybe go off towards the end of the race, then Vettel will have a very good chance of getting an overtake in. So we have another team radio from Danny Rick, so let's listen to that.
Verstappen, 0.9. Good job, good lap.
Yep, so Danny Rick unfortunately has just lost the position to Max Verstappen, because Danny Rick's tyres are 39 laps old. That's literally the oldest tyres out of every single one of the drivers currently driving now. So, so Danny Ricciardo's tyres are completely gone, and yeah, that's what's currently going on now. But Alonso doing a good job. Still 10 laps to go, and he's holding off Lewis Hamilton. And we just want Seb Vettel to win the race. If Seb Vettel wins the race, oh my god, I have no idea what I'm going to do, but yeah, I'm going to cheer quite loud, so you might want to turn your volume down when Seb wins, if Seb wins. 6/10 is a gap going down the straight again, so this is what the gap has been hovering around at the start of the straight, 6/10 of a second. Hamilton will get DRS, get close, but he has not successfully been able to make an overtake stick on Fernando Alonso. We have some team ready from Lewis Hamilton, in fact. Oh, it's just gone. This race is very, very interesting, though. Nevertheless, no matter who wins, if it's a Vettel or Alonso or Ocon or Hamilton, whoever wins, this race is very, very interesting indeed. 1/10 of a second. They're both side by side going into turn 4. Let's see who comes out on top of Fernando Alonso or Lewis Hamilton. And Alonso does it again. He holds off Lewis Hamilton going into turn 4 because of Alpine. Alpine have told him, hold off Alonso, hold off Hamilton, and we'll give you like a bonus or something, probably, because if Ocon wins this race, it's completely down to Alonso. Russell and Latifi, guys, are in the points. The vote for driver of the day, Esteban Ocon and Lewis Hamilton, those guys are top 2 votes for driver of the day. But guys, look at this. George Russell is in the points, and so is Latifi. Like, oh my god. Very, very good job from both of those drivers to stay in the lead of this race. I mean, to stay in the points for this race. They have to only finish ahead of 4 drivers, but nevertheless, thank you RKF for the $2 $2 donation. Very much do appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'll go towards a new mic so we get a new mic. But here we go. 9/10 is the gap now. 7/10 is the gap between Vettel and Ocon. So maybe Vettel can actually win this race. Yeah, like he's closing it up. Alonso now still 2/10 is the gap between Hamilton and Alonso. And what is Alonso going to do? He's going to play it on the inside. He's going to try and get past. 1/10 is the gap now. Can Hamilton make a successful move on Fernando Alonso? And they're side by side now going into turn 4 straight. Let's see who comes out on top. Alonso is still holding him behind. Wow. Absolutely amazing from Fernando Alonso. Just amazing job from him. And yeah, so Hamilton's tyres, Mercedes' strategy does not work because Fernando Alonso came back to bite. 15 laps old medium tyres, so his tyres have gone off as well a bit now. So this is basically now a battle for the lead of the race. Esteban Ocon and Lewis Hamilton. Oh my god, guys, we're at 6,000 subscribers. When did that happen? We've just gained 700 subscribers in today's stream. We've hit 6k, so thank you for the 6k. We've just hit 6k. Maybe we could hit 6.5k. Yeah, okay, cool. Wow, this is very crazy stream indeed. And alright, so gap between Vettel and Ocon now 7/10 of a second. It looks like we're going to get a final lap showdown between Alonso and Ocon. I mean, what am I saying? Vettel and Ocon. I'm getting so excited about this. 5/10 is a gap now, and 7 laps remaining. And yeah. Alright, so here we go. 7 laps, and all of these drivers are just going to take it one at a time. Hamilton once again tries to overtake Fernando Alonso. Alonso does another good job of defending. Alpine have done a very good job signing him. Alonso is using all of his skill. I'm not being biased here, guys. Alpine is doing a very good job at telling Alonso, just hold off Lewis Hamilton and Ocon will win the race. And Alonso's doing his utmost best. It's not biased to anyone. Hamilton is not going to win the race because Alonso's amazing defensive work. Hamilton is pushing to the absolute limit, but Alonso has track position. Alonso is doing a very good job indeed. There are 7 laps remaining, about to be 6 laps remaining, and the gap around at the lead is still 1.2 seconds. Vettel wants this win, but his tyres may not comply. Maybe Vettel has been managing his tyres all this time, and Esteban Ocon hasn't been managing his tyres. Esteban Ocon's been pushing flat out, Vettel hasn't. So maybe Vettel has extra tyre life, and yeah, so we're just pushing the absolute limit, really. We're at 1.7k likes. Cool. We could nearly hit 7k people watching, which would be very, very cool indeed. Yeah. So here we go. Alonso finally loses the place to Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton finally makes the overtake stick on Fernando Alonso. So all of that defensive work that Alonso did, Lewis Hamilton finally makes the overtake stick on Fernando Alonso. Nevertheless, though, there's only Hamilton still needs to overtake Carlos Sainz and Seb Vettel to get on. Needs to overtake Carlos Sainz. So Alonso did an amazing job. But Hamilton has used his prevailing skill in the Mercedes and just got past Alonso now. So now Hamilton 9th is already within the DRS of Carlos Sainz. Now let's see what Carlos Sainz can do. Can he hold off Lewis Hamilton with 6 laps remaining? Can Carlos Sainz hold off Lewis Hamilton, or will Hamilton get onto the podium? Maybe Carlos Sainz definitely wants that podium. That first podium for Ferrari is very, very special. So Sainz will do everything to get that podium, really. And here we go. So the gap between Vettel and Ocon has extended again to 1.5 seconds. Can Ocon hold on to this, or will Vettel take it? Who knows? 5 laps remaining, guys. 5 laps, 1 minute and 1 minute 20 seconds per lap. So it's around about 7-8 minutes now. It's going to be very, very dangerous. Hamilton's complaining about Alonso being dangerous, but he did get past, so it doesn't matter now. So 2/10 is the gap between Alonso and Sainz. Sainz and Hamilton. And Sainz is still successfully defended against Hamilton, but Sainz, going into turn 2, he obviously doesn't have as much experience as Alonso. Will he be able to defend as to Lewis Hamilton? That's the question. Now, 1/10 of a second is the gap between the two drivers. They're practically side by side going into turn 4. Hamilton backs out of it because he does not want to get into an incident, especially when he's at turn 4. This is the long game here. Lewis Hamilton's thinking because wait, let's just check if we have any radio because obviously. Lewis Hamilton's thinking of the long game here, guys, because the thing is, if he crashes out now, he gets 0 points, and then a lot of Verstappen will stay in the lead of the championship. So Hamilton wants these points, but he's not going to go too risky to try and win the race, really. And I'll check if we have some any team radio. And yeah, all right. So no team radio just yet. But but 5 laps to go, 1.6 seconds is the gap. Vettel is slightly falling back, and Sainz is defending against Hamilton, so Sainz really wants this podium. As you can see, he's putting all of his defensive work into holding off Lewis Hamilton, and Fernando Alonso actually gets DRS on Lewis Hamilton, in fact. Okay, so going down the straight, Lewis Hamilton 19 then. Let's just put that 19. Done. Alright, so Hamilton makes the move stick. Hamilton's onto the podium, guys. And yeah, so 10.7 seconds is the gap between Esteban Ocon in the lead of this race and Lewis Hamilton in third place. We'll wait and see what happens. If Esteban Ocon actually wins this race, that will be the most crazy thing that ever happened. I did not wake up this morning expecting Esteban Ocon to win this race. I expected maybe Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton to have a little bit of a crash at the start of the race. I did not expect Esteban Ocon to be leading this race. Alonso's trying to make an overtake on Sainz, in fact, now. But the gap is going down, but it's not going down quickly enough for Lewis Hamilton. 9 seconds is the gap, and 3 laps remaining. So 3 laps, 3 laps now for Hamilton to catch up to Esteban Ocon. It might not happen, you know. But don't underestimate Lewis Hamilton, because he definitely has all of the pace. He was lapping so quickly, but you guys have to remember he was in the dirty air of Fernando Alonso for about 5, 6, 7 laps, and all of that dirty air has definitely worn away his tyres, and the tyres will be very hot, and they would have worn out a lot. So 3 laps remaining now till the end of the race. Lewis Hamilton 9 seconds away from the lead, and 7.3 seconds away from Seb Vettel. Yeah, it was a very good job from Lewis Hamilton to overtake Fernando Alonso and Carlos Sainz so quickly, but it's going to be very, very difficult to get into second or first place, in fact, because the gap is coming down, but it's not coming down quickly enough, and that's just facts. I'm not like biased. I'm just saying, looking at the numbers, Lewis Hamilton will not catch Seb Vettel by the end of the race. So yeah, all right. Please, Ocon and Vettel, hold him off. Well, actually, driver of the day, 26% of people are saying Fernando Alonso is driver of the day. Literally, a quarter of people watching Formula 1 have voted Fernando Alonso as driver of the day. Lewis Hamilton sets the fastest middle sector, so maybe Lewis Hamilton will catch up to Seb Vettel by the end of the race. Who knows? But there's only 2 laps remaining now, so 5.4 seconds is the gap between Seb Vettel and Esteban Ocon, and maybe, just maybe, Hamilton has a chance to catch up to Vettel. But I really want Vettel to get second place, because, well, I'm a Seb Vettel fan, and I'm sorry if that offends you, but I like Seb Vettel, and yeah. So 5 seconds is a gap now, two laps remaining, and we'll wait and see what happens now. Very, very intense battle now for the final 2 laps to see who can catch up. But guys, I just want to point this out. Max Verstappen, Nicholas Latifi and George Russell are in the points. Can we get some like love hearts in the chat or something? I don't even know how you like. Just can we get some like Russell love in the chat, because Russell is gonna score his points if Max Verstappen, well, if he doesn't crash out, basically. So George Russell may actually score points. So yeah, here we go. 3.8 seconds is a gap now, going on to the final lap of the race. Ocon just coming through the final sector. Maybe Hamilton will be able to catch up to Seb Vettel. Who knows? He gained 1.5 seconds in the last lap. That won't be enough to catch up to him right by the end of the race. Yeah. Alright, so here we go. Last lap of the race. Esteban Ocon is in P1, Sebastian Vettel in P2, Lewis Hamilton is in P3, Carlos Sainz in P4, who's close to getting overtaken by Fernando Alonso, in fact, because Alonso has DRS going down the start-finish straight. And yeah. Alright, so here we go. Pierre Gasly is in P6 and Yuki Tsunoda is also in P7. Both of these drivers are very, very close to... well, they've done a very good job in the AlphaTauri, really. And, yeah. So here we go. 2 seconds is a gap between Vettel and Hamilton. And there's only 2 sectors remaining now. So if Vettel can hold off Hamilton for 2 more sectors, Vettel will score a second podium for Aston Martin, which will be absolutely crazy. Yeah. So here we go now, final lap, final sector, just 3 more corners to go for all of the drivers. Esteban Ocon now coming into the final corner, does not want to make a mistake whatsoever. Yeah, All right. I mean, very much a lot of love for Williams. Russell's going to score his first points ever if he doesn't get an engine issue. And that is it. Race over. Esteban Ocon crosses the line to win the Hungarian Grand Prix for 2021. What a drive from him. Seb Vettel comes home in P2 and Lewis Hamilton drives right from the back of the field all the way up into P3. Absolutely amazing drive from Lewis Hamilton to get P3 when he was right at the back on lap number 4. So, amazing drive from him. Carlos Sainz, P4, very solid drive from him. Fernando Alonso, amazing defensive work, holding off Lewis Hamilton for 7 laps in that Alpine, especially amazing job from him. Also voted driver of the day. Pierre Gasly, solid result from P6, started P5, had a horrific race start, was down to P11 in fact, and he's crossed the line now in P6. Well, he's about to cross the line at P6. Then we have Yuki Tsunoda in P7. He has also done an amazing job, just stayed out of trouble, not get any contact, and a very good job from him. But here we go, guys. George Russell and Nicholas Latifi, P8, P9, are about to cross the line to get their first ever points in Formula 1. What a drive. What a drive from these guys. Absolutely amazing. Here we go. Nicholas Latifi, George Russell cross the line to score their first points. Amazing drive from them. Pierre Gasly gets fastest lap of the race as well. Pierre Gasly just blitzes out a fastest lap. Well, 1 minute 18. Absolutely astonishing lap from him to get 1 extra point. And there we go. Nicholas Latifi and George Russell have both crossed the line to score their first points for Williams and in Formula 1. Absolutely amazing. If there are any team radios, I will play them. We have Carlos Sainz team radios, so I'm going to play that. I'm going to find some images on Twitter as well because... Okay, well, that was kind of loud. Sainz was kind of annoyed that he didn't get He didn't get the podium because obviously Hamilton held on to it. I'm going to go on Twitter and find some images for you guys of them crossing the line because, well, who doesn't want to see Esteban Ocon, Seb Vettel? Ocon has won the race, guys. Can we just believe this? Did anyone believe this? Amazing lap from these guys. And yeah. Alright, so here we go. His F1 career actually stopped, guys. Like, basically, he was completely out of racing for a full year. And he's come back, got that long-term deal at Alpine. And he scores his first ever win for Alpine. Amazing job. And, well, yeah. Very, very good drive indeed. Amazing points for Russell, guys. This is amazing. Thank you, Philip, for all of the support. Ocon wins his first ever race. Nicholas Latifi, George Russell score their first ever points. Vettel gets a podium. And, yeah, I mean, what an amazing day it has been today. Like, absolutely crazy day. Checkered flag. I don't have a checkered flag. Actually, that's a very good point. SGT Drifter. Very good point. Yeah. Thingy. I should have had a checkered flag thing, which is very good. It was an amazing race by Alpine. Aston Martin scored their second podium of the year. Again from Seb Vettel. Amazing job from him. And yeah. So Esteban Ocon is a Formula 1 race winner and finishes ahead of Seb Vettel in P2. And both of the Alpines are driving in formation because obviously all of the hard work that Fernando Alonso put in to defend was just amazing. So Seb Vettel said on the radio, man, I tried the whole race. We were faster the whole race. So Vettel was faster than Ocon the whole race, but because of the difficulty in overtaking at the Hungaroring, he just could not make a way past, which was very, very difficult indeed. And yeah, very good job from Seb Vettel though. Still holding on to P2, amazing drive from him. And yeah. Alright, what a race it has been today. Yeah. Wait, I'm going to get Williams's tweet up. But yeah, Williams cross the line and score points. Alpine both driving in formation. Both of the hard work from both drivers have paid off, and those guys have won the race. I mean, those guys have scored points. Williams, amazing job from him, and Alpine have won the race, of course. Seb Vettel climbs out of the car to congratulate his team, jump on to celebrate with his team, and absolutely amazing job from him. Yeah, they've done it. Williams has scored points. George Russell scores points, and that's literally, and that's it. That's it. They've scored double points as well. It wasn't just, oh, it was a bit of a fluke. Williams have literally scored double points. Amazing drive from. Wait, once this loads, I'll do it. But C Paul, thank you for all of the support. I mean, yeah, what a crazy race. Great commentary. Hashtag so yeah. Thank you so much for all of the. Well, thank you so much for the 100 Danish krona. I very much do appreciate it. I appreciate all of the support. I definitely will think about getting a new mic because I think this mic is alright, but like we could get a better one, you know? Let's just change that to there. Williams score points. They literally have done it. Oh my god. Yeah. I said yeah quite a lot. Yeah. Drive of the day is Fernando Alonso. Amazing drive from him. Holding off Lewis Hamilton for so long. And yeah. Seb Vettel has gone to congratulate all the marshals. Wow. He's gone to all of the marshals that obviously work at the track. Esteban Ocon can't even get the car around to the pit. He's literally ran out of fuel, I think. I think Esteban Ocon ran out of fuel or something. I'm not 100% sure about this, guys. But yeah, the mic sounds okay. Yeah, I think I should get a mic, yeah. This isn't the best mic, but I mean it's all right. Like you can hear my voice, so and it's not too thingy, but yeah. They've done it. They have literally done it. Seb Vettel's waving to all the fans, just running across the track. Vettel, amazing job. Yeah, this is what I was saying. The Alpines just driving across the track in formation. I think they ran out of fuel or something. I'm not exactly sure what happened to them. But Alpine is literally celebrating with their entire... Ocon celebrating with his team, and this is amazing. Alright, guys. So, all of you guys who are here, there is the boss 1801 in the chat now, and he is streaming 21 laps, I think, of the Nürburgring. Oh no, he's streaming 19 laps of the Nürburgring. So 19 laps of the Nürburgring is what the boss 801 is streaming, because I said so yeah 19 times. So make sure to go watch over his stream, and yeah. It was Alonso's birthday on Thursday, and he does a drive of the day for the podium, and his team wins. He gets 5th place, I think. But yeah, the Alpines driving in formation after winning the race. Amazing job from them, and all of the celebrations just absolutely crazy. I wish you guys could see the celebrations. All of the drivers so happy. All of the teams, they've won the race. Alpine have done it. Renault haven't won a race since 2005, and Alpine have literally won the race. Oh my god! Wow. Bottas needs to take time. Needs to take a couple more cars out next time. Yeah, maybe. I mean, Bottas made a very big mistake at the start of the race. All of the teams so happy. All celebrating with Seb. Lewis got a podium, got P3. And I mean, yeah. What a drive. What a drive indeed. Can you guys believe it? Did anyone believe it? Did you see Alonso's? Yeah, I saw Alonso's thing in the interview, yeah. Look at these guys. Look, they're also, they're all just celebrating. Vettel is just running across the track. So is Ocon. Both of these guys just absolutely stunning from them. And yeah. Amazing job. And well, that's been it, guys, for today's stream. Absolutely amazing. I think I'll stay on for a bit just to talk about F1 in general, because well, today's stream was crazy good. And yeah. Alright. Verstappen did get screwed, yes. Bottas just locked up and completely just crashed into him. And I mean, yeah, wasn't the best, but nevertheless, I guess that's just racing, isn't it? Verstappen's car was damaged a lot. The whole of his floor was basically broken. He had lost quite a lot of the floor, and that's why he had so much damage, and that's why he was out of the race. I mean, he was basically out of the race at P10. So that's what happened to Verstappen. But all of the celebrations, Alonso and Ocon celebrating, absolutely amazing from both of these guys. So happy for them. Yeah. Bottas destroyed a lot of people. That is true. Bottas destroyed himself. He destroyed Perez. He destroyed Norris. He destroyed Verstappen's race. He basically, yeah. So he just. There needs to be a very look. Please stay on for a while. Keep us updated on the post race stuff. Yeah. So Vettel and Alonso, Vettel and Ocon just celebrating and hugging each other. But yeah, these guys, they've won the race. Absolutely amazing. Russell and Lando trending number 1 on Aussie Twitter. Wow. But yeah, you're going to see Ocon spraying the champagne alongside Seb Vettel and Lewis Hamilton. And I did not expect that, especially with Esteban Ocon in P1, you know? Yeah. Why couldn't Hamilton win? Because, well, it was Fernando Alonso's amazing defensive work. And yeah, I mean, that's basically what happened. Fernando Alonso's amazing defensive work. All right, so we have the interviews with with Seb Vettel first. So I'm just gonna listen to that and then tell you what he says. So yeah, just bear with me. All of the fans are clapping. All the Ferrari fans, everyone is clapping for Seb Vettel. Like, this is amazing. Yeah, so Vettel saying he was majority of the race he was quicker than Ocon, but he didn't get close enough to overtake him because it was just it was very difficult to overtake her on the circuit. So that's what Vettel was saying. And Ocon did a very good job. I mean, he pushed Vettel. He was getting pushed by Vettel to the absolute limit, and yeah. All right, so he's being asked about turn 1 now. So yeah. Yeah, I mean, Toto Botta, how do you get this screen? Oh, there's just it's just a website, but I can't tell you it. So yeah, battery voltas. Yeah. All right. Second podium for Aston Martin. Very good. Vettel's rather disappointed that he didn't get a first. Yeah, so Vettel was basically saying he tried to force Ocon into a mistake, but he could not do it because it was just too difficult. And Ocon was driving very well, and if the driver in front doesn't make a mistake, it's very difficult to overtake. Lewis Hamilton says, a huge congratulations to the Alpine team and to Ocon. It's been a long time coming, and I'm really happy for him. Aston Martin up there too. It was definitely tough. We made it difficult for ourselves. Crazy to think that we were the only ones we were only ones on the grid for the restart. Everyone on the restart, guys, everyone pitted except for Lewis Hamilton, because they all saw that it was too dry, and that's basically what happened. On the rear of, if you look at on the rear camera of Lewis's car, you just see everyone else get taken out at turn 1, and it was actually rather funny. But yeah, so here we are. Gasly should get a Red Bull seat. I mean, maybe. Perez got taken out, unfortunately, though. And also, guys, what happened to Perez? He got taken out and his engine is completely broken. The engine is completely gone. So they're going to have to take another engine penalty to win this, to join the rest of the season, which is very unfortunate for Sergio Perez because that means he'll be starting from the back at one of the races. Obviously, he'll probably do it at Monza because that's the best. You'll get extra power and you'll have better overtaking opportunities. But nevertheless, it's going to be a very tough season for Red Bull ahead, especially with Hamilton now ahead in the championship. And yeah. Hamilton throwing his team under the bus in the interviews. Well, yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yep, so now Hamilton is in lead of the championship. And I think Mercedes are also in the lead of... Oh, no, I'm not sure. I think Mercedes may be also in the lead of the Constructors' Championship, but we'll wait and see. Yeah. Okay, so Hamilton is on 192 and Verstappen's on 186. So it's only 6 points between the two drivers. It is very, very close. So anything can happen, really. Next race at Spa. I will be streaming for that race, so if you guys haven't subscribed, be sure to do so. And yeah, Ocon wins the race and he just cannot believe it. Like, the fans are going crazy for him as well, of course. And yeah. Yeah, so they've done it. They've done it. Alpine have won the race. Amazing job from those guys. And yeah, what do you guys think? What would you rate this race out of 10? Let me know in the chat. What would you rate this race out of 10? So also, let's see how many people. So 23% of you guys voted for Ocon winning the race, which is, well, 23% of you were right. Yeah. Well, let's end that poll. And well, yeah, very very cool indeed. Alonso definitely did save it. Because Alonso held Lewis Hamilton off for 7 laps, and that was basically it. 7 laps, and that was it. Yeah, quite 100, 0. I will be watching you. Thanks for the amazing commentary. Really appreciate you. Well, thank you for all of the support, guys. I very much do appreciate it. Also, guys, I think I'm going to ask another poll. Would you guys be interested in coming on stream? So, like, you guys can actually come on stream and, like talk about the race, like, pre-race or post-race. So, would you be interested? Oh, my God, what? I did not. Wait, what? What's just happened here? Oh, my God. Never mind. But yeah, would you guys be interested in coming on stream to like talk about the race? Because I think there's an opportunity for you guys to actually be able to come on. Yes, no. There was no question, and just some of you voted yes and some of you voted no. Would you be interested in coming on stream? Why has it just done that? Why has it done that? It's just voted yes again without me fully typing it out. Okay, well that's just lovely. I'm going to do the poll again on a different laptop. But it's just, what? This is rather odd. I don't think anyone can really hate on the podium. There was no dirty driving in the podium. All of the drivers did successfully carry out their races. Ocon, amazing job. And yeah, it's very much like Monza last year, where Pierre Gasly won his first race, and yeah, fastest lap of the race was from Pierre Gasly, in fact. And yeah, and I mean, yeah, I think we all forgot Williams did score their points. Like, amazing job from those guys. All right, let me make this poll properly now. Do you want to come on stream? Stream pre/post race, and right, yes, I have an iPhone, because the app that I'm thinking of using is for iPhone, so I'm not, like, obviously I need to know how many people will come on, and yeah, all right. Oops, oh my God, sorry if that hurt your ears. I really can't type. Okay. Alright, I hate the podium as I hate this. We can talk on Discord. Well, I really can't type, because what have oh, well, never mind. You guys can let me know if you want to come on, and I'll arrange something, and hopefully, if loads of people want to come onto the stream, then yeah, we'll arrange it, and you guys can come on. And talk, like, after the race. So if any of you guys, so if someone's an Esteban Ocon fan, then you guys can like come on and talk, which will be really cool. And yeah, thank you everyone, guys, for watching. We've actually, this is the record stream I've ever had on my channel. Yeah, so the dude hit a fastest lap time 2 seconds faster than Hamilton. Yeah, Pierre Gasly did an amazing job. He racked in a lap time that was so quick. So Lewis Hamilton now comes onto the podium. And great drive from Alpine and Williams. Williams got points. Seb Vettel now in P2, and very good job from him. And then here we go, Esteban Ocon coming across the podium now into P1, celebrating. He's like, yes. I mean, so happy for him. Finally does win that race. Oh, he's doing the Usain Bolt pose on the podium, which is cool, I guess. But amazing drive from him, and yeah. Hamilton's playing victim by throwing his team under the bus so he won't get the heat. I mean, Red Bull really needs some magic to get ahead of Mercedes now. I think maybe Red Bull have a chance to do it. Like, there's still quite a lot of races, and yeah, The French national anthem is playing now, so yeah, you've got a sub. Well, thank you. I appreciate all of the support. Very, very crazy indeed. And yeah. Let's not have too much swearing in the chat, because it's totally not necessary. You can just, like, I don't know, maybe type in caps a bit, type like the word that you really want to emphasize in caps rather than swearing, but yeah. Why is everyone crying about Hamilton? I mean, guys, Hamilton's won the last 6 championships, 6 championships, except for Nico Rosberg, and I think everyone wants to, like, see him, like, stop winning. So that's why there's quite a few people that don't want him to win, because it gets boring, and really that's what it is. He's a good driver, and I think he does deserve the respect that he's got. And Esteban Ocon gets his trophy, first ever trophy, and yeah, just presents it to the team. Amazing job from him. First ever win. And yeah, Williams gets their first ever points. I imagine they'll be celebrating very, very much as well. Obviously, first ever points for Williams. Amazing job from them. And yeah. And actually, the person who won the race, Esteban Ocon, had the lowest top speed. He had the lowest top speed because he didn't get DRS out of anyone. So that's why top speed isn't always the name of the game. For some of you guys may not probably know this, but some people think that highest top speed is the best. But very good drive from Esteban Ocon, even without the highest top speed. And Vettel was able to gain in the DRS, but yeah. And yeah, now they're just spraying the champagne. All the Alpine teams, they're just spraying. Ocon's spraying it on his other person who's on the podium with him, and then obviously spraying it on Seb and Lewis as well. Yeah. Seb's just spraying it all over Ocon. And yeah, a very, very nice podium celebration. And yeah, now they're just drinking the champagne. So that has been it, guys. I don't mind him winning. I just want closer competition. All right, cool. So good to see Norris retain third. Yeah, I mean, Norris has been driving so consistently. You can't lose the consistency in one thing, really. And all of the support, guys, I very much do appreciate it. Thank you so much. And yeah, now they're just having a little podium photo. With Vettel, Ocon, his team member from the team, and then Lewis Hamilton as well. Amazing job from all of them, and yeah. All right. Well, I think that'll be it for today's stream, guys. So thank you for all of the support. I very much do appreciate it, and I think I will see. I'm definitely streaming for the race in Belgium, so be sure to tune in. And yeah, I like the rivalry between Max and Lewis. I don't hate any of them. Well, yeah, I think all of the F1 fans just want to see a close battle, really. I said I was going to sing Super Max Side 1.5k likes, and if Max won, and Max didn't win, so unfortunately can't do that. Yeah. Alright then, so I will see you guys in 4 weeks' time. In the summer break, I'll be making some videos about maybe the driver changes, driver transfer rumours. Maybe we'll see Valtteri Bottas going to Alfa Romeo. We'll wait and see, what actually happens there. But yeah, one of the best commentating I've heard. Well, thank you. Does mean a lot, really. Yeah, I mean, I very much do enjoy doing this commentary, and if you guys enjoy it, then I might as well carry on doing it. I think we've hit 7k. How many? We've hit 6.5k subs. So we've gained 1,000 subs in basically one day, which is very, very cool indeed. So thank you everyone for all of the support. I think I'll be ending the stream now, really. Or, yeah. Summer break, got it way too long to wait for the next race. I will be this stream for sure. Thanks so much for saying. Well, no worries, Archipelago 23. Everyone that's tuned in, very much do appreciate it. And, yeah. Alright. Yeah, so have a nice morning, day. Wait, I think I might just leave the stream on for a bit because, well, just so people... Actually, I know what to do. We need to talk about the championship battle, what that means for the championship battle. So, yeah, here we go. Oops, wrong race. So we need the standings from the Hungary race. They have been updated. Race result, here we go. Esteban Ocon wins his first race, and then we have, I think you guys probably want dark mode so your eyes don't get burnt out, so I'm going to turn that on. Yeah, right, that should probably turn on to dark mode. I don't know if it actually works. Alright, so I can't show you any recaps, otherwise this stream will get taken down. So I would love to show you guys recaps, of course, but yeah, if the stream gets taken down, it's really not going to help any of us, to be honest. So, oops. There we go. Alright. So, the Constructors' standings are, Mercedes are 10 points ahead of Red Bull. Ocon obviously wins the race today. And the driver's standings are, Hamilton is 6 points ahead of Max Verstappen. Norris still retains third place. Valtteri Bottas is in fourth. Perez in fifth. And yeah. Yeah, Bottas could have come back, picked up the split and taken out the other pins he missed. Oops, I need to get this rid of. There we go. And yeah, guys. So that's been it. So Williams scored 6 points in today's race, 2 points from George Russell and 4 points from Nicholas Latifi. Aston Martin up into 6th place, now ahead of AlphaTauri. Maybe they can catch up to Alpine. I think Ferrari and McLaren are a bit out of reach for them, but maybe they can get 5th place in the championship, which would be very good for them. And now Vettel in 9th place on the championship, just same points as Gasly, and Danny Ricks in 8th place, Sainz in 7th, Leclerc is in 6th. Perez and Bottas need to do better. Norris is in 3rd place, where he deserves to be, but if Bottas and Perez's pace were better, then he probably wouldn't be. But yeah, I mean, what to expect to Spa? I don't know. Is Spa like a sprint race? I'm not 100% sure. If Spa is a sprint race, then that will be a very epic race as well to watch. Yeah. Yeah, on the podium, yeah, for sure. Very good job indeed. I mean, I think we hit 7.3k, nearly 7.4k people watching the stream at one point, which is very, very cool indeed. So everyone that tuned in, thank you so much for all of the support. Yeah, it definitely does mean a lot. And yeah, all of the likes and donations as well. Sad to see Red Bull like this, but yeah. We really thought Williams could get a podium. I mean, Nicholas Latifi was in P3. Yeah. I'm located in the UK, yes, so I speak English quite well. Yeah. I hope it doesn't end up like Hungary. Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone wants a massive crash again at turn 1. I mean, Spa is notorious for having a very sharp turn 1, and loads of people can just send it down the inside. But maybe that won't happen, maybe it will. We'll have to wait and see on that. Thanks for the broadcast. No worries, Norg Ryan. Very much do appreciate all the support, guys. And I think I might just leave this stream on for a bit, for like 5 minutes or so. I think I'm going to go, though. And yeah, it's been a pleasure commentating to you guys. And actually, I might just end the stream now. Yeah, so it's been a pleasure commentating to you guys. Thank you for all of the support. Have a nice morning, afternoon, evening, or night, depending on where you are in the world, because I know we have fans from all around the world. and I'll see you in Spa. Expect some videos coming up, so turn on the notification bell. And yeah, cheers, fellas.